Don't let them take no more of our freedoms from us every day. They want to come into our homes and take our guns and faith away. Oh, they're insane. Oh, they keep pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Ticking time bomb, stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come for my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They gonna have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol by my whiskey. Politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you sliding through that door, it's a Sammy. Fight for the stripes, but the blood still dripping. To the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Hey, Darlene and Tracy, good to see y'all. How are y'all doing? Hey, Debbie, good to see you. What was your temperature, Darlene? Oh, crap, Tracy. What did you have good to eat? Oh, of course, no cheese, I see. I had breakfast. I had bacon, eggs, biscuit, gravy. That's what the kids wanted, so It was easy, so I fixed it when we got home. That's why I set it for 8:30. I wasn't for sure I would have everything finished. Hey, Gator Girl, good to see ya. No, I just came on, Gator Girl. I was running late. Okay. Is it still raining some, Tracy? Or has it heated back up? Hey, Ricky, good to see ya. How was your day? I know this morning you said something about working on your truck. I was warmer than you, Tracy. It got 80 here. Whoop whoop! I beat you one day out of the year. I beat you. How was how was your weather, Ricky, in the frozen abyss of Pennsylvania? For sure, it had to be warmer today. Oh crap, man! I would not never. I could not. I would not live in that state. I bet so, Ricky. Teacup's running a little late, she said, but that she would be here for the national anthem. And Kim went hiking with her grandson, so she may be wore out. I'm not for sure. Tracy, that's cool. She's doing a whole lot better, Darlene. We finally got outside today. Oh, that's nice, Tracy. We didn't do too much, Darlene. She still isn't feeling 100% good, but we we went to the walking park. We walked around. We walked down by the river, and we just walked. We just took it easy today. I believe tomorrow she'll be ready to hit the road. Them iron infusions get you. Oh, thank you. I'll tell her, darling. You never know with her. She may be watching. She's a sneaky one. She like she she was taught by her mother, so she watches sometimes if she's not drawing. Remember me telling y'all that she loves well that she loves Rapunzel. She's not too good on drawing people that well, but she's getting a whole lot better. I thought this one was cute, but she drew this one. It is Rapunzel. She was Ricky. I don't know anything about trucks and cars or anything. Only thing I know is you put gas in it and it goes. Oh yeah, Ricky. Um, I was told to show you this, to let you know this. This is from Betty from chat. I just thought I'd show you instead of telling you. Women's, we got to watch out. Betty's coming to support Ricky. Betty's a frisky one. We're gonna have to get our team together of us women. Nah, I think we could take her too. We'll just win her over. I wouldn't worry, Darlene. I think we can win her over to our side. Hey, we won teacup over. Ricky, you're silly. I'm so glad that Trump's got some strong people in the cabinet. Listen to this little clip where this guy fights for our veterans. Finally, we got people in there with a backbone.
And all the media wants to talk about is a group chat.
Do you believe that a mistake was made here, though?
Caitlin, as I've just told you, I've just answered the question. I wasn't part of it. And, I'm not going to speculate more than what the president's already talked about and those who've been involved have talked about. But we'd love to talk about the veterans.
Is this typical for the cabinet to have conversations over Signal? Is this something that you use?
Well, Caitlin, since you undoubtedly do not want to talk about the VA, I have a question as VA Secretary. As Cabinet, I want to ask you, because I've been curious about this, because my job is to take care of veterans. And I would like to know why CNN is hostile to veterans, especially one in Florida, where you just had a $5 million defamation suit taking offense at a veteran who was trying to help people. In fact, one of your employees actually said, we're going to nail him. I have a question for you, Caitlin. Is that employee still employed? Are you really concerned about veterans?
This is about the forgotten men and women, the war fighters who.
He put her in her place. Boom, as Storm would say. I was wondering about getting Inglewood, but the air. Hey, Teacup, good to see ya. Love you, friend. How was your day? How's Teddy been, Tracy? It was good today. It was 80 today. We hit the big 80. Yes, she does, Tracy. He was calling her out on her bull crap, CNN's crap. quite a few of us garden. Listen to this about tomato seeds. I have never in my life. I was like, what the crap when I heard this.
Everywhere that Elon Musk goes with his magic chainsaw to fire people, to do it in ugly ways, to undermine the kind of obligations we have passed here in Congress.
Democrats are fighting to fund Drag Queen Story Hour, mysterious Amazonian women, pregnancy prevention for boys, but don't forget about DEI tomato seeds.
Behind a door at USDA, we found a whole box of these seeds. These are specific tomato seeds that are for growing diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility at USDA. I mean, look at these. If you can be anything, be inclusive at USDA.
Fox and Friends weekend co-host Charlie Hurt is here. DEI tomato seeds. I did not see that coming, Charlie.
Yeah, we need to get on top of that. My tomatoes are racist, apparently, so we need to do something about that. I have to say that the hearings today were about 50 times. I spent a lot of time listening to NPR for some bizarre reason, I think because I live in the country, and there aren't that many radio stations, so you get a lot of NPR. Those hearings today were about 50 times more entertaining than any hour you can ever get on NPR. And NPR is pretty entertaining if you're looking for the bias. But your montage that you've just put together, the highlight reel, is even better. NPR is basically white privilege, is what it is. And when you sit there and you listen to these CEOs.
Ricky, did you know our tomato seeds are racist?
Say what?
Our tomato seeds. I tell you, left is going crazy.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like,
Lord.
what the crap? Hey, Diane, good to see you, friend.
Oh, I sure enjoyed last night. That was a special surprise, Miss Tina. That was pretty cool.
Like I said, it wasn't all me. I didn't get the notice until 8:30. That's when I was getting everything ready.
Oh,
Terry
Lord.
coordinated it.
I thought I'll put my eye out today. I was underneath the truck. I guess the Lord's looking out for me.
Well, that's good. What happened?
Oh, I was trying to fix my brush guard on the front of my truck, and I didn't. I should have jacked it up or put jack stands or nothing, but I was crawling under there as far as my chest let me go. And one of the brackets was kind of like distorted a bit, and I tried to reach toward it, and long story.
Give it a real attitude adjustment.
Yeah, I have to rebend stuff. Dad said you never straighten anything out, you just rebend it. And I was in the process of trying to do that, and it like to bent me. But anyway, my halo protected me.
There you go. Thank
Got a
God for
large,
that.
got a large dent in it, but not quite like Tracy's. It's not that big. I'm picking the trouble over.
Don't pick on Tracy. Tracy's good.
She knows about rebending stuff. Anyway. Whew. I was going to dig into the number 6 cylinder a little bit, but it kept looking like it was going to rain at any time, and I didn't want to get started. And then having to shut it down,
Yeah. It
Wish I,
it was sunny here today.
wish I at
I
least
mean,
had
it
a
didn't.
carport or a garage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry, Tina. Didn't. I didn't catch that.
I just said that it was really sunny here today. Not a rain cloud in the sky.
I hadn't had
Did
time
you
to
hear me?
dig out my Texas flag yet, but I'm gonna do it. Thinking about putting it out on the front porch.
Tracy said you better be good or she's gonna put you in the corner.
Oh, can I pick the corner? Oh, all right, I'll be good. Not.
Listen, listen at you trying to get a little tiny attitude with us. I did say little tiny attitude.
Some people out there. Mm-mm-mm. Started my day off great this morning, but I'll keep that one to myself. Wasn't nothing bad, really. I got me a couple more lights outside by the window.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you know them little things you stick in the ground. Julie went and got them, stuck them in the ground last day. And,
Oh, them solar light things.
yeah, they don't really help
Mm,
much, but it's cool.
I got a few of them that shaped like butterflies and things in my flower bed that I got. She wanted to put out there.
Yeah.
They'll change colors when the sun
Uh,
goes in.
Anybody coming up here? It's teacup.
Mm, 12 minutes.
Is that right? Sneaking up on us, ain't it?
No, well, I was running a little late. I set it for 8:30 because I didn't know for sure if I would
I
get
thought
back
you
in
was coming on
time.
at 8:30. You came on a little early, didn't you?
Yeah, I got done in time. I got done before 8:30.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be on earlier than later if
I
I
hear
say
you.
I'm going to do something.
Give us
I
time
try
to
to.
visit a little bit.
We got somebody in the waiting room.
Uh-oh. Oh, I know that laugh.
Thanks.
That means I'm in trouble, usually.
No, I don't. I have some solar lights too, but mine have little butterflies in them, so they spin around.
Oh, I haven't seen them. These are like shaped like butterflies and they like light up. Hmm. I think yours
Hmm.
would be cooler.
Okay, we're
Now what?
I
Okay,
don't
T.
know. Mm. Did,
What is it, Callie?
did she did she kick herself off?
I've been
She was
good
in
all
mid
day, I promise.
she was in midstream of saying something and then
I
she
didn't
got
get no
quiet.
mail today, if anybody asked. I didn't get no mail.
Oh, there she is. You didn't kick yourself off.
Oh, I didn't.
Nope. What did you have good to eat?
I had meatloaf, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, and garlic toast.
I had 2 fake chicken sandwiches.
Oh no, we have an echo. I'll be back.
Who?
Okay.
Me. You don't hear echo?
Teacup, did you try to get back on stage again?
Yeah.
Diane, I've been down there a couple times. Those people run when
I'll
they
kick
see
that
me.
one off. Maybe that's why you're echoing. Let me kick that one off.
Okay.
They see me coming, Diane, they take off.
Now, is that
But
better?
Oh, I don't see nothing now.
do I
Let
sound
me.
okay? No,
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
do. I don't know if I'm there. Let me go out and back in.
Okay. Okay.
Might have to do the same thing.
Now, let's see.
I got to sneak up on them, Diane. If they see me coming, they run.
Now, speak to us, sister.
They lock themselves in the back room when he shows up at the post office.
Better. I don't hear no echo.
Just shut everything down, Teacup, before you do it.
Well, I went out and came back in. Yes,
Well,
darling. Let's see.
I had two on stage on the in the waiting room. That may have what caused it, and then I took both of them off when you said you was gonna jump down, and then you come back up. So it's probably because there was two of you on in the
There
waiting
you are.
room
Welcome back,
playing.
baby. Welcome
Hi,
back,
Gator.
baby.
Hey, Gator girl.
I was wondering where you went. I haven't watched hardly any news today, guys, so don't look at me. I know there's watch America, Real American's Voice, and a little bit of Veteran Biker. That's about it.
I didn't watch nothing.
You didn't watch nothing?
Well, just tree trimmers messing up the tree, but other than that, well, they did it yesterday, but they kind of fixed it today.
I told you they weren't done with it yet. They came back, huh? Did you have to call them back or what?
No.
Oh, yeah. I told you they weren't done with it yet.
Hey, Gator girl.
And
We keep them in our prayers.
then the cement guy that's destroyed the backyard, he got fired today.
What's up? What's good?
What?
Oh, I'm reading.
You can read?
Hate to hear that.
Is he going to move up there with you, Gator? Yeah, mine was no fun.
Mm.
there's some good and bad and there's some good women's and there's some bad women's and then there's some good men and then there's some bad men.
Yes.
That's for sure. That's a fact.
Gator, how far away does he live from you?
Florida?
But I always say God will place the right person in your life when it's meant to be, it will be. And maybe that just wasn't meant to be it. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a distance.
God, God always knows what's best for us.
No.
We might not understand or like what's going on, but God always knows.
That is true.
Oh my goodness. Hate to hear all that.
6 minutes, pass it back, Darlene said.
I'll be right back, girl.
Okay.
Of course, Gator, we will pray for him. Prayers and faith got me through mine. So, how was everybody's day today? Did y'all have good weather or?
I had great weather. I even beat Tracy's weather. Teacup, you believe that? I beat Tracy by 1 degree today.
I didn't even check to see how cold it was outside. It was supposed to rain, but it didn't. But the skies are all cloudy, very windy and cold out there.
Hey, Bit Back, good to see you. It was 80 here today. Sun shining, beautiful. Birds were singing. I'm trying to sell this. Just a tiny breeze. Tracy said that her temperature was 79, so I beat her by 1. Finally, after over a year, I beat her 1 time.
Good evening, Dave. Hope all is well with you.
And I believe Ricky said that he got up to 40, but it was raining. 1 minute, pass it back.
Yeah.
Hey, Cindy,
Oh,
good to see you. Just in time.
1 minute. All right.
Hi, Cindy.
Three, two, 1. Good job, everyone.
That was cool.
Thank you all.
Hey, hey, Dave, how you doing?
Cindy's in here too, Ricky. You might miss
Huh?
her while you still. Cindy's in here too. You might
I
miss
said
her
hi.
while. Oh,
I said
okay. I
hi.
didn't know. I didn't know if you had seen her. She'd popped in while you was away.
Yeah, I saw her
Visiting.
right before the anthem started. I made
Oh
it back
no,
just
Gator
in
girl.
time.
Thank y'all.
Very good, Dave. Pretty good. Anybody getting any bad weather down south today? I don't know. I haven't looked at anything. TV's been off all day. Is everything cool out there? I hope so.
Just
That's not
cold and
cool.
windy here.
Speak up. Tell me, how cold can California be? Tell me, what's your temperature? Come on, preach it to me. Let me hear it.
Well, they had like 18 foot of snow last year.
Yeah, it was crazy. Had all the mountain roads closed. Now, this year, due to the fires and things that they had earlier, we have mudslides and rocks falling off the side of the mountains, and
One thing or another.
yeah,
You
just a
had
mess.
kinfolk up there buried in snow last year, didn't you, T?
Yeah.
That's what, yeah, I remember that. Just
Tracy, I
one.
think I have told you the cool kids is wherever I am at. We've discussed this several times.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. I know what I did.
What?
I saw it. I'm being bad. Tracy, where's that
Uh-oh.
corner? I got 4 corners in here. Where am I at? I
Okay,
can't
Gator
see.
Girl. You're welcome, Cindy and Gator Girl. Thank y'all for joining in.
I need a waiver on that S word.
Oh, that. I honestly, I didn't even pay any
I need a
attention. It hasn't
I need
been
a
said so long.
I need a profile for my weak mind and that other thing, and we'll be all right.
Let me see if I can put this
Yeah,
meme up that Tracy sent me.
I'm old. I forget. Waivers cost me. Dadgummit.
And y'all will see me,
Close
but
to
I'm
April
not going to
waiver.
talk until
There
I
you
get
go.
this saved.
Sometimes it's hard for me to dig down in the far reaches of my small mind and remember stuff.
Diane, um, that's my dog's name is Teacup. And I had a YouTube. I used to go on YouTube and I would just watch and listen. And I never could comment because I didn't have an account. And Rick talked me into making an account. And I said, well, what should my name be? And he said, well, I don't know, pick one. And my dog was laying on my lap, so I figured Teacup's mom.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
And yes, I do like tea.
I even drank some tea when I was there, huh?
Yep.
Maybe more.
Made you a pitcher of tea every day.
Yeah. Well, that's not a cup of tea. Oh, it's iced tea. Yeah. I do like iced tea in the summertime.
You
Even made
waivers
you.
cost. Gator Girl says waivers cost, Ricky.
I know. I
And
saw
Bitbot
that.
says, oh, I didn't know you had
I
chat
was
pulled
digging
up
out my
and you wouldn't
checkbook, but
talk.
she never said.
You tricked me. This is a meme that Tracy sent me about 4-letter words, Ricky. Pay attention to this.
I'm getting really good with that, though. I'm even getting these Yankees trained a little bit. I have to quit talking like that.
So, what did everybody else have for dinner/supper?
I already told you.
Well, I wasn't here, I don't think. Either that or I wasn't paying attention.
Hmm.
I didn't hear you, Ricky.
I had fake chicken sandwiches.
Huh.
Oh,
Mystery chicken.
I had breakfast. I wanted breakfast, so I picked bacon, eggs, biscuits, and gravy.
I'm
Ooh.
pretty sure it was rooster, though. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. That sounds good, Tina, especially the biscuits and gravy.
My nephew, he wanted liver mush, fried liver mush, and I said,
Huh?
not happening. Not happening on my watch. You go
That
buy it
doesn't.
and you cook it.
I'm not saying nothing.
Gator Girl had leftover pizza. That sounds good.
Diane, I would say that sounds good, but I don't eat any of that, especially the crab. It doesn't agree with me.
Yeah, I'm allergic to seafood.
Somebody told me that.
Question: who likes cold pizza?
Me?
Hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a staple.
I guess I'm weird because I don't like cold pizza. I always heat mine up in the microwave if it gets cold. Oh gosh, with mayonnaise? Oh no, 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 no. I can handle ranch because I like to dip it in ranch, but
Oh,
mayonnaise?
no.
No, 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 no. That just hurt my belly just thinking about it, Gator Girl. Give me a belly cramp. Man, oh good gosh. Ew.
Uh, uh,
And tomorrow I'm going to make a big old pot of chili.
Mm.
sure.
See, Darlene's with me. She's no cold pizza too. Oh, Gator Girl. Come on.
No,
She puts
lots of
mayonnaise
that.
on her corn on the cob.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, but not this kid.
Oh, geez.
Lots of butter.
Oh.
Ooh, wee, mercy me.
Well, I still can't get over the coleslaw and the chili dogs.
Now we can rock and roll with that. I've got to have a
That's
coleslaw
what I
or a hot
thought.
dog. now. And then on my barbecue sandwiches, it's got to have coleslaw on them.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Look, Darlene's with me on that too.
I used to know somebody that ate mustard on their watermelon.
Oh, yeah. I remember that night. Oh, that was, yeah. Mm-mm.
Oh,
No.
Lord mercy.
Mustard on the watermelon. And he said, don't knock it till you try it too. My goodness.
But Gator, you're not in Florida.
Gator. Oh, mercy sake. The only time I use mayonnaise is in coleslaw or on a cheeseburger or
Ham
the
sandwich?
other no hot dog.
Okay. I got to have mustard
That's
for
it.
that, right? Yeah.
No, I ain't got no mustard on my hot dog. It's just wild chili and mayonnaise.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
all mayonnaise that I use. Now this pizza and corn and all this other no. And then it's got to be so lightly spreaded you can see through it to the bread.
There you go,
There
Gator.
don't be caked on
There
there.
you go.
If it's caked on there, I'll gag.
Good old Miracle Whip.
Yep.
Got to get that on my tuna fish too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Some chopped up pickles in it. Yeah.
There
I
you go,
like
Diane. The real mayonnaise.
it. I never did like mayo too much. I don't know why. Never set with me well.
I don't either. Now Sky is a ketchup freak. Ketchup on everything. Even her mashed potatoes, she'll put ketchup on them. Her eggs, she'll put ketchup on them. Her
I'll
biscuits,
put
she'll
ketchup.
dip it in ketchup. Everything ketchup.
Yeah, I'll put ketchup on scrambled eggs.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
girl.
Ketchup on my salmon patty.
I don't even own a bottle of mustard.
Ain't nobody can remember how to make salmon patty, I bet. Mm-mm-mm.
No, my mom used to. She made them for my dad. And that, what do you call it?
That there's survival food.
Oyster stew. That's what it is. Oyster stew. She would make that for my dad, and I'm like, ugh. Just
I
smell it
like
cooking.
liver
I'm
and
like,
onions too.
yeah, she would get livers and fry 'em, and I'm like, oh dear Lord, that's why I won't touch liver mush. I'm like, no, not
Right,
coming in
Chief?
this.
Cool, darling.
Yeah, I don't like liver either.
I love liver and onion. I don't care what anybody says. Give me some liver and onion any day. Some gravy on that back, some of that brown gravy, mashed potato, corn. I mean,
I
all
think I
good.
don't. I think I don't like it because my mom wasn't a very good cook. My dad was an awesome cook. He was a chef. So
That's the way it was in my family. My mom cooked like me. My dad done all the cooking, like Sunday cooking, and during the week
Mm-mm-mm.
we would just have hamburger helper or spaghetti or simple things. But my dad's
I'll
the
buy
one who made like the meatloaf, the chicken pies, and all that on the weekends.
it. Should I tell them what I like to put on my pizza too?
It's up to you.
That's your call.
Right on, Gator. Right on. They'll never talk to me again if I tell them what I like on my pizza.
Go ahead and tell us. We got one with mayonnaise. It's hard to believe you could top that one.
How about anchovies then?
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Hey, some people put anchovies on their pizza.
I love anchovy pizza, man.
Mm-mm.
I don't. I'm just
No.
pepperoni and cheese.
Yeah. Mm-mm. No.
Yeah, I told you. I don't know. My dad did that. There was in his hometown up here in the Catskills. We'd go to this little place, and he would get anchovy pizzas, and they made the best pizza. At a little place called Sportsman's Bar there, but it's not there anymore. Those were really good pizzas that they used to make there.
What do y'all think about pineapple on pizza?
No
Pineapple?
pineapple.
No,
Not
Yeah.
on pizza.
nah. Come
No.
Okay.
on.
I'll open a can of
Okay.
pineapple and eat it
You'll
right out of
pass
the
on.
can and not share with nobody.
Yeah, me too, Teacup.
Tracy, gross, Ricky.
I don't think pineapple should be allowed on pizza. I think it should be outlawed, along with mayonnaise.
I love Filipino food. When I was a kid in the Philippines, man, some good stuff. Lumpia, fried rice, and all that good stuff.
And I don't like rice either.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lucy
come
never did
on,
give me
Teacup.
no lumpia. I love fried rice, shrimp fried rice. Mm-hmm.
Well, I
I
love
love
shrimp.
rice anyway.
Get some of that
I
soy
even
sauce on.
I even I boil a bag of rice and then I like sprinkle shredded cheese in it and eat it. I like rice anyway. It don't matter. I can just eat rice all the time.
Uh-huh. Shrimp fried rice is good.
Nah.
I like shrimp anyway, though.
Yeah.
My
I only
fishing
like
hungry.
my shrimp breaded and deep fried.
I'll eat it anyway. Cocktail sauce, I'll be dipping and going.
We used to go to a seafood restaurant, which I couldn't eat seafood, so I always got a hamburger steak. And Sky, she was younger. She's probably like 2, 3, and my dad would hold her at the table so she wouldn't sit in them high chairs. She would not, no matter how hard you tried, she wouldn't sit in them. So my dad was holding her, and she would call the shrimp rainbows. She wanted rainbows, and the waitress would look at her and ask her what did she want. So I just, usually I just get her French fries, and Sky says
I like
rainbows.
smoke. Go ahead, Tina.
Oh, that was it. She wanted rainbows. She would call them rainbows.
Give me some New York sharp cheddar cheese and some crackers with some oysters on there.
Oh no, oysters,
I'm
no.
all in.
Mm-mm.
Ooh,
couple of
fries.
drops of Tabasco sauce on it.
Now you're making my belly turn.
I remember the first time my grandkids saw oysters. They're like, "What's that?" I don't like oysters either.
I like
And
smoked kippers too.
I tell them it was cow boogers and they wouldn't eat it.
There you go.
They're like, "Mom, don't tell them that." Everybody else ate them, but I didn't. No.
Somebody told me that they don't make good crab cakes anywhere but Maryland. I said, all right. Uh-huh.
The only Chinese food I like is sweet and sour chicken. I will eat that at a Chinese restaurant, but
Yeah.
normally I'm just a steak and hamburger type of person. I don't chicken. I'll eat. I just stay on my regular things. I don't investigate other countries' foods. I play it safe.
I'll
I stay where I belong.
Exactly.
I love Chinese food. Kidding me?
There's a Vietnamese restaurant in the bigger city near me, and everybody says how good it is. I'm like, oh, I'm good. Just take me to the outback here. I'll just get me a steak, and y'all can eat all that y'all want.
Exactly. Take me to a steakhouse, yeah, any day. Yeah. Steak and potatoes.
Yep, y'all can have them different countries restaurants all you want. I'm good. I'll eat American.
That's me.
And I like Italian food if it's cooked right. I mean, I'm a spoiled bill. I had an aunt that was married to the Italian, and man, she could cook some good spaghetti, anything like that. I still remember.
But see, that's different. It's family doing the cooking. It's different if you go to a restaurant. You don't know who's cooking and what they're putting in it.
Yeah.
It's a lot different because we have spaghetti and meatballs and things here and everything, and I'll eat it. But I'm not going to no restaurant to eat anything that's not.
Yeah.
I'm just strange like that. I guess.
But there is my limitations to barbecue when somebody starts saying this is pulled this or pulled that, and I'm just like, oh, quit, no, got it. Pulled pork, no, thank you.
That's some good stuff there, though.
Oh, I know,
See,
but it's just the
the
never
wording
mind.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, disgusting.
Hey guys,
Hey, Gator Girl.
Well, hello.
I finally got I'm done for the night. This is crazy. Oh, so I've been on the phone all day. I did get the neighbor girl to come over and run Miss Liberty all over the yard. She was knocked out for hours. Aubrey said, "Can I play with your puppy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "But you gotta stay on the lead because I want her to get used to being on that." So she kept her on. She just took her and ran and ran and ran. I'm like, "Yeah, she needs that."
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. So she's playing now. She's up and ready to play for a little bit and then go back to sleep. So, but it turned out being nice because it was so rainy this morning and this afternoon. The sun came out and it got nice and warm out. And I'm like, yeah. So I went out and picked up sticks in the yard, me and the little one here. I put one in her mouth and let her carry it around while we were picking up sticks. It was fun. We had a good day, but I was busy.
Well, that's
How
good.
warm did it get there?
Probably around 65, I want to say. I'm not real sure. And if I knock myself out, well, I'm sorry, but let me look. Oh, I don't know. It got up to 69 today. Woohoo.
Oh, it
Yeah.
didn't quite make it to 50, Gator.
No, now they're saying tomorrow it's going to be rain, 35% and 70 degrees. Sunday rain and Monday rain, but 67 and 61. So we'll see. We'll see. Today was nice. It was great. I went over to the neighbors and took the dog with me, the puppy, and we went across the street and helped her hang little Easter eggs on her little upside down tree that she has. You ever see one of those? An upside down tree?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has one of those and she decorates it, and I helped her hang the little Easter eggs on it.
I'm not going to tell you about my trip to Tractor Supply when I've seen all the pet treats and stuff in there.
Oh, what? Did you want some?
I was asking for a sample plate. That stuff looked pretty good.
Ricky, come on. Really?
My brother used to go when we would go to my great aunt's house. They had a dog, and when you walk in the back door, they had boxes of dog biscuits. And my brother would always grab one and eat it.
I mean, they got some gourmet looking stuff in there.
Oh, they do, absolutely.
Get bad, I'll be praying for you.
Looks better than Dollar General.
Oh, most definitely.
Get that said, Gator, we had 77 today and getting the S word Sunday night.
Oh no, Bit Bite. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello,
Hi,
Shannon.
Darlene. Hi, everybody. I didn't see. I'm in chat now. I can see chat.
Hey, Shannon. How you doing?
Hey,
Welcome
Shannon,
in,
good to
Shannon.
see you.
Home from her second job. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope we're not going to get anything like that. Excuse me, puppy? That hurt. No bite. She's just into this biting all of a sudden. Hey, I said no bite. No, no, no. No bite. I wish she'd bark. She cracks me up when she barks. She acts so fierce. It's just a little bark, 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 bark.
I was always told that when they bite when they're that little that they're teasing.
Yeah, I'm sure she is, but you don't have to bite me. She's got plenty of toys here. Here, get your Gumby. Look, I got your Gumby. Play with him. Here's
Hey,
your.
T-Tuck. I think Shannon's talking your language there. You better look out.
Yep.
Glass of wine. Glass of wine.
Nice glass of wine.
Yeah. My goodness. I never did like that wine.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't care for it. Although when I was a teenager, I loved Boone's Farm.
Who didn't?
We all loved Boone's Farm, right? That was.
Give
And
me
then
some of that strawberry hell.
yeah. Then I would also drink Little Kings. Remember the Little Kings beer?
Yeah, that'll cure you.
Yeah, for real.
Y'all are being naughty. I'm the innocent
That was
good
the
one.
thing
I
back in the
never
70s.
drunk.
Have you some
I've
Boone's
never
Farm,
drank any wine, beer,
some Little
anything.
Kings, and take off to the country.
Get you some of that Boone's Farm and some Valley High and some Ripple.
Oh no, I never drank that stuff. Just
Huh?
Boone's Farm
Mad Dog 2020.
no, not me.
Oh Lord.
Get back, Darlene, Diane, Tracy. They're corrupting my mind.
That was the thing to do. Just hop in your 69 Chevelle and load it up and go. Go out in the country and just hang out and have a fire. And yeah, curfew was midnight, so you better have that car home at midnight. And cops get you out, they're going to cite you for being out of curfew. Now they don't even have curfew anymore. Just come home whenever you want to.
Yeah. We just go out in the middle of nowhere and build a fire.
That's what we did. Yeah, heck yeah.
Yep.
Nope. And just camped out right there.
We always had to be. I had to be home. I couldn't. I was 13, 14 years old. You had to be home. I moved out when I was 15, so I didn't have to be home, but I was home.
Like that peach stuff, huh?
I never seen that, Tracy. I was always Strawberry Hill for me.
That's right, Darlene. We was raised in the country. We would
Yeah.
suck up our carcass.
They had some wine in Germany
Nice.
called Schwarzkopf. It means black cat. Schwarzkopf.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I haven't drank in years. I think I quit drinking when I turned 19. I never drank wine I just never drank. Actually, before that. It was before that. It was way before that. I was like 16.
Even Tracy knows about Boone's Farm.
Well, anybody that's as old as we are knows about Boone's Farm.
Yeah, you had to take that to the concert with you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
remember them little leather wine bags?
Yep.
What you put them take them to the concert.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Lordy, Lordy, Lordy.
I'm an old hippie. I remember that stuff.
Back in the day when I was a teenager, everybody would go to the drive-in too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. At the drive-in, you knew who was hitting the Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah, you knew.
They'd be over there trying to steal your hamburger and stuff. Walking around looking in the windows.
Load the trunk full of people. Hop in. Let's go. We're going to the drive-in. It only paid for 2 people.
One too. Diane.
Yeah. Diane drinking wine.
Yes, she does. She says
she likes the closer to dry wine.
Yeah.
How do you know the difference? What's a dry wine taste like?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Like I said, I've never tasted anything like that.
I just drank Boone's Farm. It tasted more like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Tracy's talking about Tickle Pink.
Yeah.
Plus, it was cheap. You get it for like $2 a bottle.
Oh gosh, it was so cheap.
$1.75.
Diane says it's not sweet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like anything now. I don't drink anything. I drink my coffee and water.
And I don't know what the heck is so hot about champagne. I'll tell you that right now.
Never had it.
Yeah. Some people, the bubbly or whatever they call it. Yeah.
Yeah, never had it. Huh.
Yuck.
I'll just stick with my Mountain Dew.
There you go.
I'm fine.
Mountain Dew. It'll tickle your innards.
Tickle everything.
Remember that commercial, the Mountain Dew commercial?
Mountain Dew.
I remember that commercial.
Diane sounds like a connoisseur over here. I don't have a clue.
Well, you have to drink it to find out which one you like.
Although I used to like to open up them bottles, watch that cork fly.
I never did that either.
Have Have y'all ever been to like a wine tasting thing? I see people talk about them.
Nope.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Not
My
me.
sister went to one. She got really drunk, but she was always drunk, so I guess it didn't matter. I'm serious. She came home wasted. She goes, "I'm sorry, I'm wasted." I'm like, "You're always wasted."
I quit drinking Coors Light for about 8 years, and I got a condolences letter from. They said they missed me.
Their stock went down.
My sister always drank that cheap bush beer, whatever it's called. Oh, natural, natty ice or something like that. Oh, yeah. She would drink and drink and drink and drink and drink until she got so drunk. She'd be like, and she lived with me, so she'd be in the garage. Maggie, come and help me. I'm like, oh my gosh. I get her in the house, get her in the bed, take her clothes off. You set my alarm for 3. I go, yeah, you got like 3 hours, so you might want to get some sleep before you have to go back to work. This was 7 days a week.
Let's since you're up here, let's talk about this mayonnaise situation, Gator
Yeah,
Girl.
what's wrong with mayonnaise?
We got to work with you.
Nope.
These women fired up. I am not going to start a panel challenge right now. You guys are too fired up right now.
No, I will never give up my mayonnaise. Never, ever. Mayonnaise is good. It's good on corn on the cob, which I never had it that way until I moved to Florida. And some girl said, "Hey, you want some mayonnaise on your corn?" And I said, "Do you want a black eye?" And she's like, "No." She's like, "But mayonnaise on corn is really good." And I'm like, "That sounds really gross. I love mayonnaise, but no." She goes, "Just take a bite of mine." So I did. And I'm like, "Dang, that is good. Put some on mine."
The Finger Lakes Winery are awesome.
My one of my friends in school used to put mayonnaise in her hair. She said it made her hair healthy.
I heard that too, but I never put me. I'm not wasting mayonnaise in my hair.
I think I've been to the Finger Lakes when I was a kid. I think it was up around Syracuse, somewhere up in there.
Oh, Finger Lakes, yeah. Yeah, it is. I've heard of that. I just don't care for. I never really cared for
school there
wine.
for a couple of years. My dad was in the Air Force. I remember Finger Lakes. Place called Green Lake too. I like that place. I don't know.
Anybody hear any news today? I've not heard nothing.
Same old stuff, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Same stuff, different day.
Pam Bondi's been setting the record straight. I got a couple clips of her. If you want to see them, you know, they're only like one's 4 minutes, the other one's like 2 minutes long.
Who's she setting straight?
She's setting straight the news about false report and things.
Oh yeah.
What they've been doing. Here's the 4-minute one.
Okay.
Joining us now to discuss all of this for the first time on The Angle, the Attorney General, Pam Bondi. General Bondi, it's so good to see you. How did you find this guy, and how long has he been in the United States?
He has been in the United States for probably over a decade, but we believe he was recruited in middle school. In middle school, can you believe that? In middle school, but he's been living here illegally with friends and family, and the Biden administration did absolutely nothing to deport these people. You know, as the president says, we didn't need new laws. We needed a new president to fix this. And today, with Governor Glenn Youngkin and a task force, we started it February 25th. And in less than a month, they have captured so many of these MS-13 gang members. Laura, their techniques and what they were doing with state, local, federal partnerships hasn't been done.
People are watching this tonight. They're saying, how on earth could this have happened? Not only this, which was significant, obviously 24 years of age, very young and very vicious, Then you have these people in Massachusetts that ICE has rounded up, these child predators and rapists who, excuse me, Mayor of Boston and the governor of Massachusetts, like, oh, no, we're tough on criminals. These people are just walking about the streets free as a bird until you guys actually got them.
They are.
It's insane.
They are. So this task force is DEA, FBI, U.S. Marshals working with ICE, all working hand in hand, sharing data. And that's how we were able to catch this guy. One of the agents said, if you want to rock MS-13 to its core, arrest him.
Wow.
That shows how bad he was. He was one of the top leaders, and he was living half an hour from where we're sitting right now, living among us.
How did he get that high up in the organization if he's only 24 years of age? You know?
He's been in it for a decade. A decade, this guy has been in MS-13.
Think he's murdered anyone?
I think he's probably been involved in murders. More to come on that. They found letters. They found writings that show he was one of the top leaders for the whole country, showing MS-13 cliques, which mean gangs, spread throughout this nation. Again, we took one of the worst off the streets today. Americans are safer because of Donald Trump.
When can we expect federal charges, and will you try to deport him to the Supermax prison back in his home country of El Salvador?
Yes, we will try to deport him to El Salvador. Let's send him home. That's where he belongs. He belongs back in that El Salvador prison, and that's where he should go. But you're gonna see a lot more charges on him. He had illegal firearms, of course, 4 to 5 guns. He was living in a middle-class neighborhood.
Did he go to school in that area?
He did when he was younger. He went to school there, which is where he was recruited. And you know what? These schools have been trying to protect kids from law enforcement. And
explain that, and that's still happening in the United States. That log jam has to be broken because they're acting in some cases, not all, but in some cases, with the help of some religious leaders as sanctuaries from you and the FBI and the DHS.
That's right. Kids are being recruited in middle school. They're 13 years old, 14 years old. Yet these schools will not let law enforcement officers in there to educate kids about how horrible gangs are. No longer will that happen. Governor Youngkin and I are going to work together on that, and we are going to get into these schools. No longer will these schools be keeping law enforcement from children trying to help them.
There was this other MS-13 character, Cesar Humberto Lopez Larios, many names. He was arrested on terrorism charges last year, but then CNN is reporting that, I guess it was dropped days ago, that he was back to El Salvador, sent back to the Supermax prison. But is it a mistake to have sent him there? I think there are a couple instances where maybe they weren't supposed to be sent there.
We have the people who have been deported, who are being housed in El Salvador, should be there. 261 people total.
Wow. We just don't know who's around us, do we?
Yeah, what happened to all these American gangsters, man? They just let these people just roll over them.
They must have. That's what I was thinking.
Pato Locos forever.
Where's the mafia at? What happened to the mafia?
And in middle school, too, to top it off, is where he got. Now, tell me these schools ain't harboring gang members.
That's quite scary.
Very scary.
CNN was going around saying that that MS-13 leader was just an innocent civilian.
Sure he was.
There is.
Sam Bondi was setting them straight. She's got the document. She's good. They've raided his it wasn't a house, but it wasn't an apartment, but it was sort of like a condo. Now tell me how somebody like that could own a condo.
Lots of drug money.
Right.
Lord have mercy.
Wow.
But they caught the wrong one. That ain't him.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of them up here at a convenience store about 2 or 3 months ago.
Oh no, Rick.
Yeah, they were speaking Spanish too. It was different dialect, different, but I was picking out what they were saying a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But they were just little punk kids, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what MS-13 is. I mean, I believe the youngest is 13. That's why it's got 13 on the end of it. Some
They couldn't have been no
I've
more
heard,
than 15 or 16. Had the little teardrop and all that stuff going on,
yeah,
and they're
they
laughing.
recruit them at a young age.
They were just sitting there up there, you know, back to the wall by the register, laughing at people and talking smack.
Wow.
Hey Kim, good to see you.
Hi, Cam.
How was your day, Kim?
I bet you are wore out.
Que pasa, Kim?
Well, according to Kim, she wore them out.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that going on.
Been eating your super beets.
Her had her hiking boots on.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing, boo boo? Hey, precious little girl. What are you... Here, play with your Gumby. Play with Gumby. He loves you so much. Man, I'm so tired today. I worked in the yard for a while and it wore me out.
Did you stave your sticks
I did. They're in the fire pit.
for your
Yep.
raised flower beds and things?
Oh, you know what? No, I didn't. They're in the fire pit, but I can get them out. I have cardboard. I have a ton of cardboard boxes that I broke down. They're in the garage for that, so I could stack them up in there. I forgot about the sticks though, but yeah.
You'd wear me out on a hiking trail. I can tell already. I'd be like holding on to a tree. Can we stop for a minute?
Yeah,
I
Kim,
like
we
that
got
view
to
right
show
there.
them.
Hang on, hang on.
We got to
I gotta
show
get
them. We got
a picture.
Awesome, Kim. It's always good when your grandson tell you how great you are. I love it when my grandson does that.
This is so pretty. I just got to stand here and look for a bit.
Did you see that tree over there?
I got to soak in this scenery. Oh boy, it's time to go again. Okay.
I had a few trees catch me before.
What do you mean we got to climb that cliff? I'll just wait here.
I'll catch you on the way down.
Yeah, it'll be all right. Leave me a sandwich. We'd be good.
I used to love to hike, but my legs would never let me. They don't even let me hardly walk on straight ground, let alone on hiking ground.
I used to like to do all kinds of stuff. Then I got old. But I'll still go. I'll still go out there and do stuff. Oh, don't let me kid you. Oh,
I saw
uh-oh.
my neighbor next door. I hadn't seen him for a couple months. He came out today and I said, "Oh, you are alive over there." I said, "Where have you been?" He said, "In the house." And I said, "Why?" He said, "'Cause I'm old."
I knew you. I knew you was trying to be like a mountain goat. Let's look at that. Had to get a stick.
Yeah, I hear you, Kim.
And then when her grand boys asked her what was she using that stick for, she said to beat the snakes away. You've got to play it off. You've got to play it off, Kim.
Yeah, 6 knee surgeries. You
Dang.
serious?
That's as bad as having 6 kids.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't know anything about that.
I wish
Yes,
I would
I
have had
would.
6
Yes,
kids.
I would.
I wish I would have had about 10 kids. I'd have been happy.
Hmm.
Yeah. I love
Lord
kids.
have mercy.
I love kids. I had 3. But you might as well say I had 6 because I had all the neighborhood kids coming in the house with my kids. So,
Exactly.
and this one little kid came every day for supper. His name was Jeremy. And he just lived like down the road, not far, and he had a big family. And I asked my daughter one time, I said, "Is Jeremy going to eat here every night? Doesn't he have a family?" Mom, his family's bigger than ours. So I told him he could eat with us because sometimes they don't have enough food. And then it made me feel bad. I'm like, "Jeremy, honey, you can come here every time, every night. We always have
Amen.
supper." So he always ate with us. Even as a teenager, he'd come and eat.
There used to be a little kid where I lived, and that kid thought I hung the moon, man. He lived across the street, single mom, and I wouldn't be get, I wouldn't even, my feet wouldn't even hit the driveway. That kid be standing there looking at me. We'd go in the garage and mess around, do stuff, fix it and stuff, and excuse me, and after about 2 or 3 months of this, I was going like, "Oh, am I your babysitter every afternoon?" So I was at the store and I saw these giant candy bars, right? And big giant ones, Baby Ruth, them things. So I
Yes.
started giving him one of them right before he went home.
Rick.
I know. I felt
God,
bad
poor
about
kid.
that. Now I think back on it, that kid needed to
He
go
needed a
hunting
big
or something.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. My kids were always dragging stragglers home with them.
I taught him how to work on his bicycle and stuff like
Oh,
that.
absolutely. Yep. You probably changed his life. I bet you he still thinks about you.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I have a lot of them like that. They're grown people, and they would come up to me and go, Do you remember me?" And I'd go like, "Well, you look familiar. You you took me fishing when we were kids. You remember? Blah 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 blah. Oh, okay. It was the best memories of my childhood," they'd say.
Yeah. See, that's great. I like that. We should all be like that with younger people and teach our kids to be that way.
I used to load up the truck with kids and go to the park, to the river, and I'd be like manning fishing poles all day. They'd be tangling up. They'd be catching trees and
That's
geese.
awesome.
Geese
Kids
be
need that.
chasing.
Kids need
Huh?
that. Absolutely
Huh?
do. And they probably all remember. That's why I told my son. I said, all those kids you took fishing, all those boys that hung out with you, working on bikes, working on cars. I said, they'll probably never forget you. You're probably changing their lives. You're making them happy. Oh, Mom, I doubt it. I said, no, for real.
Taught him how to barbecue hamburgers, things like that.
Right.
I mean, he was like my shadow the minute I got home. I might as well adopt you, I guess. I
You used
never met
to,
his mom.
when I first got my first apartment when I was 15, these little girls that lived like 3 houses down, they were sisters, and I would like go sit on the porch and talk to them. Then I'd come in, and then later they'd knock on the door, and I'd answer the door, and they're like, will your mom let you come outside and play?" And I'm like, "Oh, let me go ask her." And I'd go come to the door and say, "I'm not allowed out. I'm grounded." They thought I was the kid, and I had a mom that lived there, and it was me the whole time.
That was weird, though. I never met his mom, Gator.
No?
No, never. Never spoke a word.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was weird.
Well, what's going on? What do you want? That's not me. That was you. No bite. No bite. Okay, what's going on here? Ricky, okay. I'm reading chat now.
What's that? What's up?
Oh, Kim. Oh, really, Kim? Yeah, it's always good to do things with kids, especially kids that come up to you and they're alone. I mean, nowadays it's kind of scary because you could get in trouble and they say you're trying to hurt the kid, you know how they do, but
Exactly.
it's kind of different nowadays. Like back in those days, wasn't nothing. I mean, if we had a cookout, every kid for a mile was at our house.
Oh
As soon as
yeah,
a girl came out, here they come. I'm like,
the neighbors would be there.
yeah, how do they know that? What is
As soon
going
as you fire up that barbecue pit, here comes everybody.
Yep.
They
The
bring their own.
smell
Yeah.
brings them.
Yep. We lived in a trailer park, so man, let me tell you, the whole trailer park was, like you said, even adults. Hey, where you
Well,
going
I
to
tell you
school?
what, you can have some parties in a trailer park now. Yeah, buddy.
Well, we didn't drink or anything, so if they drank, they had to go home and drink because we didn't drink. But we would,
Yo,
all the kids came. And I swear, I told my daughter, I said, I don't think these kids right here ever eat because they're at our house every day. The only time they eat is here. Do their parents not feed them? I don't know,
mm,
Mom. I'm like, well, I mean, they can eat here, but I kind of feel bad.
you meet all kinds of characters in them trailer parks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
Oh my.
One time we came home, we managed a trailer park, and came home, and as we're pulling in, I see a pickup truck, and then which was one of the people that lived there in another pickup truck, and a guy comes walking with a daggone hammer, and they're all getting ready to fight. And I'm like, holy crap, what are these idiots doing?
Yeah,
You
that's
walked
funny.
on my yard. He thinks he knows everything. I'm like, just put the hammer down. Don't be stupid.
That's funny. Watch a bunch of them dummies. They'd be out there ripping off their shirts and everything.
Yeah, that's what they did.
What are y'all doing?
I was scared. I got my kids and hurried and went in the house.
They'd pull that shirt over her head. I'd pull their pants down and knock the hell out of them. Okay, I quit. I'm
This one lady and her husband got into it. They lived all the way at the end of the
Oh
trailer,
my goodness. Oh
and
my
she was
God.
out in the car, backing it up, and then gunning it and ramming into the back of his car. I mean, she totaled both vehicles because she was mad at him. I was like, Jiminy Christmas.
What do you mean I gotta leave? She's
They were
throwing out
crazy.
the
I was
pillows
glad
and
when they moved out
couches
and moved
and
back to
chairs.
Tennessee. Come on, what are you doing? Come over here. Come on, you can't get up there. No, you're too little. You ain't big enough.
There
You're
was,
just
there was, there was, every day that dude come home from work, all of his clothes would be piled up in the yard.
crazy.
Man, man, dude, can't you take a hint, bro? I mean, she's just gonna be throwing frying pans and shit at you.
Yeah, absolutely insane. It was fun to watch,
It's
though.
not funny. I know it's not funny, but
It is
Yeah,
I
funny.
wouldn't be
sometimes they are fun
I
to
wouldn't
watch.
be throwing the frying pans. I would be swinging it
hmm
until I connected.
Especially them cast iron ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
that would
hmm
make them see stars.
Nothing makes me more nervous than a woman frying something in a frying pan, hot grease, and she turns around and gives you that look. I think I'll go water the garden.
That's too funny.
Or she'd be sitting there playing with the super glue.
Oh,
I know what you're thinking. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, you're
Anyway.
You may
not.
be thinking that's a good weight loss uh, situation. Super glue lip and eat good weight loss.
Mm-mm-mm. Lord have mercy. Yeah, when you're working on the road, you see all kinds of things. You know, when you got an RV and you're working on the road, you don't know the neighborhood. Park that thing, and pretty soon you're right in there with everybody. Hello, hey, what's up?
Oh my goodness.
You just got to keep the peace in the neighborhood. Just bring a case of beer home every day and put it out there on the table. Heck, you'll be all right.
Until they got drunk and started fighting.
Yeah, you need all kinds of folks.
Yeah.
A lot of good people too.
Yeah, there's a lot of good people that drink and get drunk. They're totally different when they're not drinking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I didn't say I'd join them. I just watching them. I didn't want to break it in my. I didn't want to break it in my house when I went to work. You know.
I always got scared when people were acting up. I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, get in the house!" My kids would be standing out on the deck. I want to watch. I'm like, "Get in the house." You don't know if they're gonna pull a gun or something. Get in the house.
Oh, that wouldn't do that.
No, Kim, it was just us.
Nope, nope, nope. None of that stuff. Yeah. There's some interesting places in New Mexico, Colorado.
I've never been there. Hey, ow, 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 don't bite me. Get your toy, not me. That hurt. Bad girl.
Far north as we ever got was, I think Missouri was about the far north as we ever got. Some people came to Pennsylvania though, in search of the elusive oil well.
My little brother was born in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. That's where my dad lived when. But then they moved to South Carolina. Why I don't know, but. Ouch. You need to stop right now. That hurts. You're going to get a whooping.
Yeah, Kim, that's a long process there.
That was a reconstructive surgery on your knee. Wow. Dang, Kim. Stop. I wish you guys could hear her growl. She just thinks she's such a bad dog. You make
I
me
did
laugh.
hear.
Did you? You make me laugh when you growl. Yeah. Here, play with this. Bite this. Stop biting me. Bite your rope. There you go. She don't want to share the rope. She bites one end, and then when I grab the other one, she lets go of it and comes up here and tries to bite me one, the one end I'm holding on to. Ouch.
Just wants to play some tug of war.
Yeah, but she don't want me to tug it. There, do it by yourself.
Have you thrown it for her? Does she bring it back to you, or?
Yeah, she will. She won't bring it back. She'll just lay down wherever it's at and chew on it. And then when I try to get it, she tries to bite me. I did teach her to sit today. Ouch. I spent like an hour and a half teaching her to sit. I've been watching videos on how to do this. So you use treats and you just motion with the treat. You just move the treat down to where she'll sit, and then she'll sit, and then I say sit, and she's sitting, and I'm like, good girl. So we worked for like an hour today on that. She did good.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh, she's looking around. She's like, what's that?
Started a riot.
I put puppies on the computer or the telephone, the cell, and on YouTube, and she watched it, and she kept growling and barking at them. It was funny. I'm like, okay, calm down.
Well, now you know how to keep her entertained while
Yeah,
you're away.
but she was biting at the phone and everything, just the growl, and the little bark was cracking me up. I'm like, that little bark don't scare nobody. It makes me laugh.
Joe's got a little app on her tablet that my nephew put on it that it looks like a fish bowl, like fish is swimming around, and
Oh,
Nona will sit at her tablet and start swiping at
Excuse
them.
me again.
oh yeah, absolutely. I should do that for my cat. I do the birds for my, but I have to be careful because she'll take off running and jump up on the TV stand. I'm afraid she's gonna knock the TV over.
Huh? Warm out there. I was there to be warm Saturday, 30 warm out there.
Hey, Julie, good to see you.
Hi, Julie.
Okay, right now. Yeah, it's warm. Yeah. No,
Come say hi to the girl. I'll give them.
oh my God,
What is going on in here?
Ricky, did I hear you right? Did you
Huh?
call us girls instead of women?
You women's.
Women.
Yeah, but you said girls at first.
Uh-oh, now you got Julie riled up. She's coming. Huh? They women's. They're a bunch of women's. They ain't girls. They just women's.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The men just better just watch it.
Somebody whistling at me?
That's me that whistling at.
Hopefully it's not the same individual that used to whistle it.
I tried to teach the parakeet how to do that before.
Are we down on the corner again?
Julie is Rick's cousin.
Julie, you okay?
And I ain't going to get you.
Come here and sit down for a minute.
Yeah, I got my some guys.
They're okay. They're okay.
Prissy?
Yeah, they're all right. Come sit down for a minute.
That's what he said, like you're not playing or something.
Who is whistling?
It's me. I'm listening for my dog.
I just walked in. Everybody was.
Last time I did that, turned around and had a beard.
Diane, Julie
That broke
is
me from doing
Rick's cousin.
that.
Come on, you need to settle down now. Just settle down.
Listen, get my friend to
Time to settle down.
There you go.
Phone number.
There you go. It's even lit.
Let's watch our
Sit
show.
down, Jewel.
Yeah.
Please, sit down.
I forgot. I'm missing my show. I missed the first hour of it. Darn it.
You doing okay?
Is he saying like?
You want some coffee or something?
No. No, my God, it's only 10 o'clock though.
I would like a cup of coffee, Rick.
Okay, coming right up. All I gotta do is push the button.
Let me see what's going on here, Missy. Okay, go. Lay down. Go night night.
Your growth.
Well, it's too late for that. I'm 4'9", so.
See, you was drinking coffee.
I was.
Early.
I was eating coffee and crackers when I was a little kid.
Rick, Kim wants a cup of coffee too.
I coming up, Kim. Coming up.
And that big TV while he had.
Well, I have to brew this one about 3 times, though. It's gonna have to be. I changed the grounds out at least once. Kim, I change the grounds out at least once a week, whether you need it or not.
Oh my Lord.
I saw that on a movie. Where was that?
You sound like me, Ricky. I
What's that?
leveled the coffee filter off.
Something movie about old men, or what was it?
Grumpy old men.
Yeah, yeah. The old boy says, I change that coffee about once a week, whether it needs it or not. You know?
I drink my knife and fork.
Yeah, me too, Kim. I'm passing on Ricky
I
coffee.
keep
Thanks
mine.
for
I don't
listening.
drink it.
Kim changed her mind, Rick.
Okay.
Been there since last
I was only
Thursday.
kidding. I still ain't tried my cowboy coffee pot out yet.
Oh. What's it? Oh, cowboy coffee pot, a percolator?
Mm. Used to have a good one. I don't know.
Yeah, my mom had one, a percolator.
They could put it right on hanging
Smelled
there.
so good when she was making it.
Get you a couple of forks and a stick and hang that thing over the campfire.
Yeah.
There you go.
Kim said, I know, Ricky. I'm kidding too. I'm still waiting on the coffee.
I might have to cash app you where you can go buy it. I don't know if I could throw it that far. There you go.
Ricky, you need to invest in a slingshot. That's how I get things sent to Darlene.
Way she gets around on them hiking trails, I bet she can be here in 15 minutes. I better be. Oh my goodness. I have become really popular all of a sudden.
You're popular, Rick? Oh my goodness, what was that cost for? You
I
okay?
don't like no dogs.
Hangs out with me because you can't all the
Oh,
cool
the
people.
dogs. Gotcha.
Yeah, all the cool people that hang out with me.
Oh, you got all the cool people.
Yeah, that's why you hang out with me.
The village, yeah. Okay, Kim. I mean, Tina.
What?
She's calling all the dogs the cool people now.
They're all the cool people.
I've been called worse.
Tina.
That's why Ricky likes to hang out with me with all the cool people. I hang out with all the cool people.
I don't mind being called a dog. I've been called a lot worse.
Oh yeah, me too.
I ain't gonna go there.
Hey, wait a minute. His name is Pretty. For a reason.
I believe if me and Julie ever met, she would she would be one of my sidekicks.
I want to take her to a flag wave.
We would tear Pennsylvania up.
I've been trying to talk her into going on a flag wave with me. She'd be a rock star.
Yeah, she would probably love it too.
She'd be out there waving at everybody.
My man Trump.
Julie, do your if the yeah, one of them lefties come up, you can just there you go.
Perfect, Julie. Perfect.
That's when I scare the bears off. And I can't say it too much. I just woke up.
Poor kid.
I didn't even know I was asleep.
It is addictive, isn't it, Kim? It's fun. I don't think I'll be doing much of it up here, though. I kind of changed my mind there, Gator.
Hello,
Ricky, did you check your mail today?
Yes, I did, man.
And you didn't get nothing?
No, I was dragging my feet coming back up the hill.
Why didn't you just go to the post office and find out what the deal is? I ain't
They
sending
hide
out
from
no
me when I
more.
go to the post office.
You get in trouble. What do you mean?
They don't
hide
like
from
him
me.
there.
Wow. Tell him
I've
that.
already been there 3 or 4 times, and
I
they see
mean,
me
come
coming.
on.
They'll send a dummy out there to talk to me.
I told you what to do. Hide behind your mailbox, and when the mailman stops, snatch him out of his car.
There you
I'm just
go.
gonna get me a Tarzan rope and ambush that sucker. Oh,
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
huh?
It's crazy that they don't give that to you.
This is the craziest place I've ever lived in my life. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that means California's second.
Well,
I tell you what I could do.
I didn't
I
actually
could
live
mail
there,
them.
though.
I could mail them to Teacup's house, and then she could mail them to you, and maybe you'd get
That's probably been quicker.
them. Yeah, apparently.
Did you ever get any offers on that Plymouth?
No.
What?
Well, there's 3 people that are interested in buying it. So I'm just going to call them up and say, highest bidder gets it.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that one fellow with all of his speed, I mean, mud racing and all that stuff would jump on that.
I never heard a reply from him.
That would make a heck of a rat rod, man. Oh
Maybe
my
I
God,
should
what
get a hold
I
of
could
Rat
do.
Rod.
Oh my God. I would get in bad trouble with that thing. Put me a Chevy tranny in there with a big ass Buick engine, 54.
No, matter of fact, I was even thinking about making a little sign and posting it around the corner.
Those are the most comfortable vehicles to ride in. Have you ever rode in an old 50 model Plymouth? Their seats are like a foot thick, and it's like riding in a cloud. You could practically stand up in the back seat.
Oh, wow.
They got
a lot of room.
I think I had 10 people in my old Plymouth going down to Cristobal to the river, where they had the rope swing and all that. I had that thing packed with high school kids. Everybody used to make fun of my old car until they rode in it. We had this place called Roller Coaster Road, and that was cool to drive that old Plymouth on that road.
We had one of those here in California.
When you go up this one and you're about to go over the top, it looks like you're going to drive off a cliff.
Holy mackerel, I would not want to drive that.
But you're doing about 50, fast as that thing would go, Oh, that was a rush. We'd go out to a place called Wink Hill, and it was out there, and you could see like 30 miles in any direction when you got up on top of it. It was flat top, and they had picnic tables and stuff up there. Sheriff, nobody could sneak up on us up there. We'd see them coming 5 miles away.
Girl, that was
They tried.
rude.
Huh?
Yeah, your girl kicked me out.
How'd I kick you out?
I don't know. I don't know how I got kicked out because I'm not even touching the tablet.
I ain't doing nothing. complain
your
for
internet
every.
been acting funny?
Has what?
Has your internet been acting funny?
Mine? No, mine's been pretty good here lately. Why?
Being
It's
old,
been going on and off for the past couple of days.
being old cornbread, we snuck up on a big party out there one night though. We was in a 4x4 Scout 2, and I don't know how we did it, but we climbed that hill and come flying up over the top, landed right in the middle of the party. Boy, people.
Lucky you didn't get shot.
I have no idea how we did that. I I went out there a year or two ago, and I was looking at that, and I was like, "How did me and Cornbread climb that with that 4x4?
Hmm.
Unbelievable!" He'd laugh when I told that story.
Man, I need a snack. But I can't get a snack because if I bring a snack in here, then the little one will think she's allowed to have it and won't shut up till I get done with it because I won't give her anything. She's too little.
You're gonna go Tractor Supply and look at the gourmet stuff.
No. I think I have a little coffee cake out there. I can, but
And
she'll hear it.
we get these giant boxes from Chewy all the time.
Oh yeah.
They seem to like, and they know those boxes. I
Oh
mean,
yeah. I have a friend
they
that gets them all the time for his
they
pit
go
bull.
nuts when I come walking in here with one of them big.
Yeah. You let them rip the box open and everything?
Not quite.
My friend, he's got a pit bull, and he just brings the box in and sets it down. The dog goes crazy. And just
Sometimes I'd like to put them in the box, tape it back up, and stick it back outside, though. Here, have at it. Julie says, "I heard that."
If I decide to go to work in May, go back to work for like 20 hours a week, I'll probably get things like that for her.
Diane, I'm only kidding. I wouldn't do anything to your little dog. The ones next door, a different story.
I heard about them ones.
We love coming down here about 6 o'clock in the morning and coming up and looking into glass doors and starting riots and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Every morning. Right about daylight, here they come. Julie will go out there and give them treats and stuff. That's why they do this, Julie. She loves them. I got the fattest squirrels, the fattest possums, the fattest skunks.
I'm gonna try, Julie. If I maybe only work 4 hours a day. Not in anything extravagant. Just like a friend of mine has a shoe store, so maybe just work there. Helping customers but always have a chair to be able to sit down if I need to sit down.
She'd probably be letting all these squirrels and everything in if she didn't have all these cats.
Just for extra money, because then in May I can get full retirement and work as many hours as I want and not have to take a deduction out of my retirement.
I don't know what age.
Well, yours is probably 66, Rick.
No. I was still held under the gun. Which, I think that's backwards.
Well, I'm older. Or you're older than I am, and mine starts. I was born in '58, so it's age 66 and 8 months, and I'm 66, and in May will be 8
Yeah,
months.
I'm 2 years older than you.
Yeah, so you should be good now for your
Oh
retirement.
yeah, I can
Able
make
to
as
work
much
as
as
much.
I want. But now yeah, you gotta you gotta get old, and oh, you can work all you want now.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy.
That's the way they play it, Ricky.
I had to keep up with it when I was working because I start out telling them I'm part time, okay,
Right.
and it wouldn't be what 2 weeks. I'm already doing 40, 50
Yeah.
hours a week.
Right. And then they take for every $2 you're over, they take $1 away out of your
Yeah,
check.
yeah. Well, I get right up. Let's see, that one year, uh, I was $200 from my limit.
Yeah. I used to do that, just wait, the place I worked was pretty cool, but I'm like, hey, look, when I get up to this amount, this is when it is this month. I ain't working no more. I get time off. And they're like, that's fine. So I would take the rest of the year off and
Yeah,
I'd be
that's
good.
crazy. That's crazy. They wait till you get 68, 69 years old, and then they say, okay, you can go do
Yeah.
all you want now. Yeah, right.
And who's
Thank
gonna
you.
hire somebody at that age, right?
Right.
Exactly.
I'm lucky that a friend of mine owns a shoe store and she's offered to help me out and let me work a few hours a week
I
just for
kept
extra
telling them.
money.
I kept telling them when I was about 62. I kept telling them, man, I need to cut down. I mean, my hands are killing me, and
Mm-hmm.
my knees are going to fall out, and I'm
Yep.
taking all these leave and all this stuff because
Yep.
I need to slow down. Well, they never would let me. And I said, you know what? I just found out I can go down there, and you're going to have to let me slow down now. That's
No, Diane, if you're born in 59 and higher, it's 67.
yeah.
58 is 66 in 8 months. Almost 67, but not quite.
It was a matter of survival. The reason I did it because they were killing me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be working on 100 vehicles a day.
Yeah, and the thing is with the younger crowd, they didn't want to work.
No,
So
they don't.
they make
No,
the oldies do all the work.
I would run circles around them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They called me Pops anytime they had a trouble. I still have people coming to the shops down there asking if Rick's there or Pop's there. Is Pops here? Is Rick here?
You're retiring early, are
Huh?
you? Dave said he's retiring early.
They say I still have people asking for me down there.
Oh wow.
I can't believe that.
Goodbye. I'm retiring early too.
I just want to work. I just want to work a little bit. I don't want to work a lot. I don't want to work no weekends. I work Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and not work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And just a couple hours. I can do 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon if they want.
I even found a place that I didn't think was that busy. You remember this teacup? And they were like, it wasn't that busy. I said, man, I could hang here, right? And word got around, and pretty soon their business doubled.
Well, Rick. Yeah, I like to do volunteer
Tripled.
work too.
It was crazy. Remember that T? She
She
still
got
here?
she got kicked
Oh,
out. She
okay.
probably pushed the wrong button or something, or she may be having internet problems like I did.
No, mine so far, Tina, mine's been pretty good here since the last time it was really messed up. It's been a while. Now watch. Now it'll probably go out and not come back in.
There's something about that word of mouth, though, man. I guarantee you that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Last night it does it about every night, don't it, Ricky?
Uh,
I get kicked off.
Oh my gosh. I think I can go get a treat because she is sleeping.
Yeah, I told Teacup I found me a laid back shot, but watch what happens. I tried to hide. I really did.
Well, what is your deal? Hey, I'm right here. What are you looking for? Said you were sleeping, and now you're up looking around like, hey, where'd everybody go? Who turned the lights out? Hey, what's the
She's
matter?
back. She's in the waiting room. Here she comes.
There she is.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you. No, I just received a phone call, and I might have the Plymouth sold this weekend.
Boom.
Oh,
Boom.
yeah. All right.
Boom. Chaka laka laka.
Praise the Lord.
So it's like,
Damn
yes.
it. If I could figure out a way to get that bad boy up here, and I had a garage to work in, you.
Okay. We gotta go potty. All right, I'm gonna take her outside. She might have to go potty. She just woke up.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be back.
That thing was. I got pictures of it. It's
Wait a
cool.
minute, babe. Let me get my shoes
Yeah,
on.
did you see the picture? The
Let me get
picture I
my
sent
shoes
you of the
on.
mileage?
Go.
Yeah, no
Oh,
kidding. 89,000 miles, right?
Uh-huh.
go. Ready? It's her ready. Let's go. Come on, Mama.
I had to double check that one. I'm like, no way. I looked again and I'm like, yeah, that's what it said.
It still had, you got the old starter button down there on the floorboard. Let's see how many kids could start this thing up.
Probably not many. A lot of people don't even know what the high beam is, the button on the floor.
Shoot, I done forgot
Got
where it
one of
was.
them clickers on the floor where you press it and click it.
Yep.
It's like a little button on the
Oh
little
yeah,
knob on
okay,
the
yeah,
floor.
it's on the floorboard.
Yep.
It's next to the starter.
My dad had a car like that, and I couldn't ever find the clicker.
I forgot all about them, Tina, till you said that. Couldn't believe how many young people can't drive a clutch.
Oh, I love a straight. I'd rather have a straight than an automatic because if I'm in an automatic, I don't pay attention. I'm thinking. But if I'm
I,
driving a straight, I pay attention to what I'm doing because you have to change gears so much around here.
I made every one of my kids learn how to drive a standard before I let them get a driver's license.
Good girl. Want a treat? Mama give her a treat.
But I was torturing them.
Oh, cool, big bite.
Here. Want a treat, babes? Where are you? Here. Are you getting a drink of water? Here. Is there a good girl? That's a good girl.
Danny's getting an old car coming in tomorrow that he's going to start restoring with my dad. They're going to unload it there near the building, and they've got all the parts to it, like the doors and the hood and everything. Where they took it off, they was going to paint it. The
Got your
people who
bone?
had it before, and my dad bought it.
Your mama got it.
So him and Danny's going to start working on it. I don't know what it is. I'll take a picture of it and see if y'all can figure it out.
My kids thought I was terrible because I wouldn't buy them a brand new car, right when they got their license. I'd get them a beater with a heater and say, you're going to tear it up. You're going to do something. Something's going to happen. You don't want a new one right now. You're not going to get a new one. How many cars did I buy? Oh, my God.
Them's the best kind. You can hit them dirt roads sideways and jump
I'm not driving that. Dad.
Come on, babe. Come on.
All them rich
Them
kids
old
get
bigger
brand new
uppers,
cars.
the best kind.
Yeah. And a couple of weeks later, they wreck them.
Wreck them. Yep.
I'll never forget my first one. It was a Mazda, Lord, I could get, man, I had it flying. I jumped little hills and going on these back dirt roads sideways, pulling up the emergency brake, just spinning around. It was cool.
My dad never bought anybody a car. He said, "You want a car, get a job." Because if you give somebody a car, they're just going to tear it up, especially when you're a little kid. But if you have to work for it and fix it yourself and everything, you're going to kind of, take care of it a little bit more.
Exactly. Yeah, Kim, I took auto mechanics when I was in high school. I loved it. I can change the tire and do all that too. My first car was a 63 push button Dodge and did a carburetor in that thing, put a new transmission in it. Matter of fact, when I was unpacking and repacking stuff to move, I came across the registration for that car.
No kidding.
And the back in 1977, the
Wow.
registration fee was $19.
I had my first car when I was 15. I bought that thing for $80 and drove it across town in second gear because I had no idea how to drive it. My dad said, "Get that out of my driveway. Put it in the back." Then he started liking it.
I'm getting everything ready for bed. I'm listening, guys.
Heck, I'm ready for bed. All I got to do is walk over about 2-3 steps and I'm gone. I'm gone. I can go sleep quicker than anybody you know.
I can vouch for that. Especially after he eats.
Heck, I went to sleep driving one night, 70 miles an hour.
Oh, my Lord.
Went about 30 miles. And I hear a brrr. What? How did I get here? Last thing I knew, I went across Kickapoo Creek and I'm already in the next to 306 in San Angelo. How did I do that? I'm driving perfect. In my sleep. That scared the heck out of me, man. There was a dude behind me. We were traveling together there, testing, doing the old rubber testing thing.
What are you doing running around?
He said I didn't weave or nothing.
Well, that's because you drove the same route every night, so the car or the truck knew exactly where to go.
All I remember, I went across Kickapoo Creek, and that's the last thing I remember. Then I woke up and I was down there San Angelo. That ain't right. I had to pull over. Man, we driving 500 miles a night though. Remember?
Yep.
6 nights a week. Add that up.
So, Kim, did you teach him anything when you fixed the car? Did you have him watch you?
Whew. I have a good co-pilot. That's all I know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, I did talk with Cindy Chase today.
You did?
Yes. And she said she watched the replay this morning and that she got all choked up and was in tears.
Yeah, yeah. It brought back a lot of emotions, didn't it? PTSD from Freedom Corner. It was a
That's
battle.
good.
That was a roller coaster. I wouldn't miss a minute of it though. But
No, that was great last night. That was wonderful.
I just couldn't believe Storm beat Kim on posting links. I'm still in shock with that.
He was on it,
I'm
wasn't he?
still bumfuzzled.
that was cool seeing Storm, Sapphire, and all of them come in. I was hoping Nicole would come in.
All right, Miss Thing. You ready? I gotta clean this bed off and put all these. What? Let me ask you guys. Do you guys put a whole bunch of pillows on your bed after you make it every day? Decorative pillows.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, I
Waste
do
of time.
because it looks so nice.
You
But
women and your
Yeah.
pillows.
but then at nighttime I gotta
Nope.
take it all off the bed.
You
See,
got 50
I
pillows
got
on the
two that
dadgum
I
bed.
sleep with.
Yeah.
I got 2 pillows on my bed I sleep with, and that's it. I don't have
Mm-mm.
all them
I
fancy,
got
AT.
fancy
one, two,
ones.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
What?
9, 10, 11. I got 12 pillows on this bed.
Tell them about
So,
me and them 6-foot pillows and them skinny freaking pillowcases. How in the world do you put these things on?
I tried
I
to.
have a couple of those 6-foot
I
pillow
got them bad
little
boys packed away.
pillowcases.
I ain't messing with them things no more. Them things are
I
good
told you how
Lord.
to
body
do it, but
killer.
you wouldn't listen.
I was wrestling that dadgum thing, trying to
Yeah, it
flipping it
was.
over my shoulder, flipping around. T laughing at me.
What are you doing, crazy girl?
I'm
They're
telling him
big,
he's
nice
doing
pillows,
it
but they're
wrong.
still
I
packed
tried to
away.
explain to him how
I'm
to
not
do it.
gonna mess with them. Huh?
I said I was trying to tell you how to do it.
I was breaking a sweat trying to get that pillowcase on that thing.
Well, if you would have done it the way I told you to do it, then you wouldn't have had no problem.
Oh my gosh.
There
They
you
could
go.
make them.
Get in the bed. Get in the bed, little girl. All right. Come on. Lay down. Good girl. Good girl. No playing. It's not playtime.
That's a man
Well,
for you. Don't
3:40
want to
Dexter.
listen.
Oh, I hate 50 pillows on the bed. You just got to throw them on the floor.
I know, but I like it. It looks so nice.
Who's gonna see it?
Well, you
And then
never
they,
know. If
yeah,
somebody
then
looks
they
in
put,
the bedroom
Exactly.
window, they could see it during the day.
then you
Oh,
Well,
put all them
if they're
pillows in the
looking in
glass.
the window, they shouldn't be seeing anything.
No, it
exactly.
just looks nice.
I got
Sometimes,
2 pillows and I sleep with them, and that's it. That's
oh no,
it. That's period. I don't have
I have a
no.
lot of them, and sometimes all my grandsons, when they're here, they all end up coming in my bedroom. I'm like, "What are you guys doing?" We're just looking, Grandma. We're just looking.
Probably trying to figure out why all them pillows is
They
on your
asked me
bed.
that too. That Joey would be like, "Grandma, why you got all them pillows on there?" I said, "It's a question getter. Is it working?"
Mm. Chryslers and Dodges in the late 60s and 70s with the old 318 in there. That was a good engine, that 318.
Are you ready for bed? Or are you just gonna play?
Yeah,
You're
my
gonna play 'em now.
Dodge, I had a 440 with 4-barrel carburetor.
Yeah, 440, 69 Charger, RT, 440 Magnum.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
My dirt. Eat my dust.
Oh, I've had them too.
Sold it and the kid wrapped it around the pole the first night he drove it.
Oh no,
Luckily he didn't get hurt too bad.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only
77
thing that
Camaro.
I was scared about because when I sold my Monte Carlo, this one kid came and looked at it, and he's like, "Yeah, I gotta talk to my dad. I gotta talk to my dad." And I'm thinking, I hope your dad says no because you're gonna wreck this thing.
That's what I always wanted was a 69 Camaro. Cherry red with a black stripe. Yes, yes. They were going to build me one, but they never did, huh, Chief?
Yeah.
Made me mad.
My sister had a couple of Ramblers.
Oh, my mom had a Rambler.
Well, my nephews had their own body shop. They call it the chop shop. And they had a 69 Camaro over there. And I said, I want that one right there. When can I pick it up? Okay, Uncle Rick, okay. I was ready for that. I want a 4-speed in there.
On the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I never liked the 3 speeds on the column. I want them on the floor.
Yeah. My daughter had one, 73 Nova, 3 on the tree.
Yeah, her
She
shifter.
loved that thing.
You got to get that her shifter going on and all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Gotta have
Mm-hmm.
them loud pipes on it.
Oh my God, cherry pipes. Yep, give me some
Yep.
cherry pipes. I go old school with it, you know.
Yeah, all the way. Kragers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They just don't make them like that no more.
No,
Nope.
they don't.
They don't have that chop shop no more either.
No.
That's a heck of a name to call a body shop. You know what?
Yeah, chop chop.
The chop shop. They did some pretty work in there, though.
Yeah.
I had one of my nephews. He could take 2 wrecked vehicles, a Mustang or whatever. One be wrecked in the front, one be wrecked in the back. Right? He'd cut it in half and then put the 2 good halves together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's talented, man.
The Dave, the 51 Plymouth that I have in the garage right now that's for sale. The guy, the original owner,
Oh, no doubt.
belonged to my ex-husband's uncle, and he had a Roadrunner, and he traded his Roadrunner for the Plymouth.
I had a Super B, a 70 Super B.
Oh, they're fun to drive.
Yeah, it was black, had red, had a little B on each corner, the back end with the black
When they
stripe.
first came out, them Super
My
Bs,
dad's got the Super B Sport.
Does he? Awesome.
Yeah,
them Super
that's
Bs,
what he's got in storage.
they came out around 74, I think. Wouldn't, am I right?
Which ones?
The Super B Volkswagens?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about
Oh,
those.
are we talking about different vehicles?
Yeah, we're talking about a Dodge Plymouth.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about
The
okay.
Plymouth Super B or Dodge Super B, Chrysler product.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, I know.
Dave, the original, come to find it, right now it's like a burgundy white top with burgundy, but we opened the door and you could see where the old paint was, so the original color was blue.
That heavy Chevy, that Nova, that I think it was around 73, 74. They come out with a heavy Chevy. Oh man, that thing was sweet. Had the 4 on the floor.
You know what other cars that were nice that a friend of mine, he had 2 of them, were the Javelins. The
Oh,
70 and 68 and 69 Javelins. Those were
Yeah.
pretty cool cars. But after that, they weren't, the AMC is what they were. But after that, they sucked.
I never owned a Gremlin.
Oh, my ex-husband had a Gremlin after we got divorced. My
It looked
kids
like a
hated it.
fishbowl on wheels.
The kids hated it. Ugh. And it was bright orange.
Bright orange, yep.
Yep.
I won't admit it, but I had a Pinto too at one time.
I never had it. My ex-in-laws had a Volkswagen Rabbit, bright yellow, canary yellow.
Super Bug. I can't remember what they call. I had a Volkswagen that had you could put 18 gallons of gas in this bad boy.
Really?
Yeah, I put a gas tank in the front, in the trunk, and Had a little thing you could fill that up. Yeah, I could put 18 gallons of gas in that bad boy, and heck, I could drive for 2 months.
My mom had a Volkswagen that my dad he was too tall to ride in it, so my mom took over it, and she would come and pick me up from school because I would always, play hooky.
Had
And
Porsche
she
adapter fuel
wouldn't see.
injector.
I never rode in it, and she'd pull up there and get me, and she would take off, and the passenger seat would fly back in the back seat, and I was like, Mama, come on. That front seat always did that with me.
I used to love to drive that Beetle, that little Volkswagen when it iced up. I'd go out in the parking lot and be doing donuts and stuff in that thing. It was a blast.
Yeah,
It was
Dave,
like
that's
a
what color
canary
it is
yellow.
now.
It was a
Everything.
canary yellow one.
There was a lot less traffic back in them days.
Exactly. Dave, that's what color it is now.
No, you can't go anywhere. You're bumper to bumper now. But back then, I could drive all the way from Angelo to Amarillo and probably see 5 cars, and 3 of them be cops. Yeah, it was a lot less traffic back then. Stop signs were optional.
Rick, Dave said, look at the link above.
Look at the link above. All right. Let me see if I can do this without knocking myself out of here. Come on.
Yeah, I sent pictures.
I don't think I can do it on Streamline. I've hit it 5 or 6 times. I'll look at it.
Yeah, you have to be in YouTube to
Yeah.
make them work.
Let me look at it. I gotta get my glasses. I gotta get my glasses now, Dave.
Two-door coupe.
Brother Dave. All right, what do we got? Classic cars listening.
Yeah, I sent pictures to Rick. Because before I couldn't get in the garage with all my sons.
Well, I got some good pictures of your
and
Plymouth.
stuff all over.
I'll check that out, Dave. I'm writing it down. Wait. Yeah, I want to do that. I don't wear my glasses a lot, guys, when I get on panel, because I get on panel for that one reason, so I don't have to wear my glasses. But see what else have I missed here? Anything?
Kim showing her husband how to work on cars.
Kim what?
I was lucky.
Yeah, an M151.
Both my husbands were very good at cars. They taught me a lot.
Dave, I would love to have an M151 just to play in. I'd like to have a what they call that? 7 something. Heck. I hate to say the wrong number because my memory's messing with me, but it was the old Army 5-quarter ton before they got the Dodge trucks, which were, you know what? That was funny. They got us a bunch of 76 Dodges when I was in the Army, and they run on unleaded gas, right? And all we had was Mogas. Them things did not like Mogas. Man, these are a piece of junk. You ain't sending these back. Give me my old 717 M7 something. Oh, that Kaiser. And them things were a battle tank there. Gamma Goat. No, they was after me. The
Oh.
Gammas didn't come out. Well, they did, but I wasn't around the Gamma. It was 718, I think. Anyway, yeah, Dana wants one. He was looking for one.
Oh, that's right.
These things were a workhorse, man, but they you had to work on them constantly. But they got Chevys, them old Dodge 76 Dodgers. They were a piece of. I mean, they were probably a good truck if they would have had the right gas to go in them. Yeah. Anyway, back in the day, here we go.
Back in the days were the good days.
Yeah. 7157. I can't think. I'll think of it as soon as we get out of this dream, though. They had governors on the military vehicles. I don't know if they did when Dave was there, but you were governed at 45 miles an hour. Now get on the Autobahn doing 45 miles an hour and see what happens. We would undo the governors. We would take them. That was crazy. I can't remember what kind of car I had in Germany. It was called Encore or something like that. Commodore. There you go. Something like that. That thing would move. When he was supposed to have it, but I did anyway. You could push 60. You were still a sitting duck. 60. M880s. There you go. There you go. Now you're kicking me in. Yeah. Hey Dave, does your old unit have a website? Mine does. I'm just asking. Hardly anybody ever goes on there.
Right, because they're all.
Anyway, enough of that army stuff. I'll have dreams about it. I keep talking about it. I have the worst nightmares I ever have is I got long hair and I wake up and I'm in my barracks and I got to go to formation and I don't have any uniforms or nothing.
Jiminy Christmas.
That's a bad dream, man. You're in trouble. Yeah, I know. That's one of the good dreams. There's worse. Little first sergeant from Oklahoma. I'll never forget him. Every Friday.
Hey, everyone. We got a visitor.
We have a visitor.
Dogs are barking.
Okay. What's going on? Hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, hello, visitor. Welcome to chat.
Hello.
Brian. It's Mr. Brian Mock.
It is Brian Mock. I'm just laying here in bed with Sherry. Don't tell my girlfriend.
Oh my
In that
goodness.
case, you shouldn't have said that. She might be watching the live.
Oops. Well, if you see a frying pan come flying behind me, give me a heads up to duck.
Duck.
Okay.
How y'all doing?
Duck and cover.
Hey, man.
Well, was hanging out here with Sherry. We were talking about all the supporters and whatnot, and I don't know, we are talking about a whole bunch of stuff, but really just old gulag stuff back in man, actually before you all started doing the vigil. I got out 3 months before the vigil actually started.
Wow.
And haven't been one of the originals in there that back when it really sucked. Found out, like, they all tell me, like, hey, right after you left, it started to get a little better. I was like, yeah, of course it got better right after I got out.
Don't blame
just
us.
waiting to get rid of me. Yeah. But you know, it was really cool. I haven't told too many people this story because it makes me sound like a crackpot, which I probably am. I don't know if it has to be mutually exclusive, but the story might be true nonetheless.
You in the right place, bro. You in the right place.
Perfect. Well,
Yeah,
I figured, you know, you were Jan Sixers by proxy, so you definitely got to be a little cracked. So when I was in the gulag, initially they threw me in Gen Pop. And I've told this before. There was 120 dudes of color. Told them all I was racist, extremist, and dangerous, and then let me mingle. We were on 22 and 2s, which meant we had 22 hours in our cell and 2 hours out to shower, make phone calls, go to rec, which there was one basketball in a basketball hoop, so that that qualified as rec, which was hilarious. They were doing this because of COVID, and I love the idea that we won't spread COVID by separating and locking you all down. But for 2 hours, you can only use the same showers, the 6 phones, and the one basketball. And, man, they were bright. It really followed the narrative. But back at that point, I was pretty sure I was going to die. I didn't know that there were any supporters out there. I didn't know there was a community. Heck, I didn't even know that there were any Jan Sixers in DC, or that there was the C2B where we were all supposed to be. And I hadn't fired my attorney yet. I don't think, or I may have just fired him. But I'm in there, and it's August, and it's like 100 degrees out. And we're down at the end of this cell, and there's no air.
They got the heater going, right?
Right. Yeah. And they would,
I
they'd
remember
lock us
that.
down. Oh my God. They'd lock us down for days and be stripped down to our boxers sweating. And I went and I put my hand up on the wall there. And I mean, it was hot. It was, I mean, like literally hot. And I had this vision. And I know it was, as I saw outside the jail, and I saw a group of people gathered, and they were protesting. And then it flashed to another vision, and there were more, and there was music. And then the last one that I had was at the Capitol, and it was right up where we had been standing for the inauguration. And there was a group of us that were talking, and I didn't recognize them, but I knew that I knew them. And there was a group of us that were all wearing the same hat, and someone stopped talking, and it was my turn to walk up to the mic. And there was a group of people out there that was bigger than what we had seen on Jan 6th.
Wow.
And here's the crazy part of this. And actually, I know it was before I fired my attorney, because it was a Friday, because the next day was a Saturday. And I was supposed to have a video call with my kid, and they canceled them. And there was a guy across the way, and he said, yeah, they canceled the video calls. He said, because the Trump people are here. Like, what was this guy talking about? And I thought there was like people that showed up at the jail, and he kept saying that for like the next 2 hours. He kept saying the Trump people were there. Whenever anybody would complain about the video calls being canceled, he finally says, oh, that they're there protesting. And then I find out that there was a group of people that were small group, mostly women that were outside of the prison. It was the very first protest they'd ever had out there. It was a small group.
Freedom Corner.
And I went, holy crap, that was the first protest. And that's exactly what I'd seen. Well, fast forward a few months and I end up in C2B with the guys. And that's when I wrote the song to my kids. Well, fast forward another, I don't know, 8 months from then, I get out, I write the song. My kids hear it. I threw it by a few other people. Like, you got to get it recorded. So I go and get it recorded. And then Mel puts the music video to it. And I get a call and they go, turn on this live stream. They're playing your song out there
every night.
I put out and I look out there and they're playing the song, which was one of the coolest things ever. I've never recorded a song before and y'all play it. And I went, holy crap, that's the second part of that vision.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
we listen to it every night, man.
Yep. I said, there's that group that's playing that. So I swear to you on all that is holy, I saw you people out there before y'all ever showed up. I've seen 2/3 of that vision come true.
Lord works in mysterious ways, brother.
Sure enough. So we got one more, and that last one is going to be at the Capitol. I don't know when it's coming, but y'all better have your butts out there whenever we're supposed to have a crowd bigger than what we had at J6.
That's right.
It's going to be amazing. So apparently I get to talk at the Capitol at some point in the future here, and I expect y'all to be out there. So I look forward to meeting y'all, and I appreciate everything y'all do.
I've never been to jail a day in my life, Brian, but I figured I'd be there one of these days in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. It was an odd 4 years here.
Yeah, it was.
I would lie if I said I was optimistic through the whole thing and didn't think it was all going to come crashing down. There were many times that I sat in there going, damn it, am I going to be in prison when they have the next insurrection? Because this one's going to be a good one. Like, we have an actual one.
Trust me, we thought about that.
Yeah, I bet you did.
That cracks me up.
Like
They call that an insurrection.
If we need to do an insurrection, our strongest guys are sitting behind bars right now.
Yeah, I was going to be so pissed if you all had one without me. Because I was like, man, if y'all have an actual one that we can plan, like, I got it here with the half-assed one. Like, this ain't the way to do it. Yep.
Trust me, that went through our heads.
Yeah,
it really did.
I was just hoping someone would storm the damn Bastille and let us out.
Hey, you know how many times I've planned on blowing them walls down myself. Oh my God! Especially with my veteran brothers in there,
right?
I said, why don't they send in special ops, get them and put them in military prison, use MCMJ, Uniform Code of Military Justice. If they're, come on, what's the deal here?
Right?
Yeah, it's well, I mean, hopefully here in the near future we get some answers to some things and a little bit of justice. But
I mean, we got veterans up in there, and they say DC is not U.S. soil. Well, to me, we had Americans in distress in a foreign country.
Yep,
that's the way. I never could understand that.
Well,
the only thing I gotta say is them water bottles sure was dangerous.
Thank you, Kim.
I learned a few things. I didn't know DC was not considered American soil. Where'd he go?
He may push the button.
Oh, well.
It's easy to do.
Yeah, we learned a lot in the last 4 years, haven't we, guys?
Yes, we have.
Sherry's giving me a workout.
Man.
He was in the waiting room, and I was like, let me see.
Yeah. Did he boot himself out or what? There we go.
Hey, we're back. I apologize. I started touching buttons on here, and me and technology do not work so well together. So I'm not allowed to touch any more buttons. All apologies. There's lots of things that I do exceedingly well. Messing with the phone is definitely not one of them. No, I did want to, after Sherry was talking about y'all, I did want to come on here and tell you how much I appreciate everything that you guys have done. One of the very coolest things in all of this has been the people that showed up at the at the corner, and the folks that were watching on the live stream all the time and going in and donating and writing letters. I apologize to anybody that I have not written back. I had all intentions when it was just too overwhelming when we were in there, but back in 21, 22, it was hard sometimes to get paper out of these guards to even be able to write back, or as we were talking earlier, just stamps to be able to write back. And then I always knew when there was a call out for stamps, because we were sitting there and one day it was like everybody got stamps showing up in the mail, and we're like, yep, someone put a call out, like one person didn't have stamps, and then like everybody just goes, here, everybody's getting stamps today. And we're going, where the hell these all come from? I guess, well, we better get writing. But yeah, and then I always promised I was going to, when I got out, I was going to write everybody back. And and then having to go through and like rebuild life while you're sitting waiting for trial. I had to start a whole new business. I was a new girlfriend / fiance, and then preparing for trial, then firing my attorney and representing myself through trial, and then working on sentencing. I had some stuff come up, and I always felt bad I'd never gotten back to those that I should. Now here I am out here, 1,200 miles from home, fighting with the government again, because apparently I'm a slow learner. And now I'm trying to strap everybody to my back here and take them along for the ride. But I swear to you all, if you've not gotten a response, before I croak, I will write back everybody who wrote me at least a postcard. So, but it's overwhelming to feel that support, and I do feel a burden to do and be better than what I know I am, and represent all of what you all thought we should be, and probably all fell short of being. At least make ourselves worthy of that support and your guys' hard work and dedication to this, because it means a lot. So I hope I'm doing that, and I hope through all of this that those that supported us, and quite frankly my kids, can look at this one day and go, I'm proud of that guy and what he did. He didn't take it for granted, and I definitely don't. So y'all don't get enough thanks for what you did, and a lot of y'all probably never will. And there's people out there that just did it and never plugged in, never asked for any recognition, and they gave, and probably more than they had, and wrote and gave support and prayers, and man, it's humbling. It's really, really humbling. And I always said I'd try to get around to meet as many of y'all as I could, and Sherry's like, nope, you're getting in here now. So you're doing it. Yeah. So I'll get a little less heavy here. What's that? Sorry?
We appreciate everything you did for us. You stood when we wasn't able. So we figure at least we could do this to show y'all how much we care and love y'all for what y'all did.
There was a reason we hit hero 200, 300 times during roll call.
Well, I definitely can say that nobody at Jan 6 was a hero, but I think ultimately, I think what was endured afterwards, while I still don't think it was heroic, we survived, and the best thing I could say about it is we never bent the knee, and that's the biggest one. So I can stand tall on that one, for everything they threw at me. Never bent the knee, never ratted anybody out, and you know, hey, I took what they threw standing up, and they took their best shot, tried to kill me, and it didn't work. Still here, and now it's my turn. So I see if I can give as good as I get.
Well, Brian, something that I don't think I have talked to you about much, but a lot of the supporters that were there at the vigil every single night, when the vigil stopped, they really felt lost.
Yeah.
And wanted to be able to help, or just need some direction.
Yeah.
And I think that what you're doing right now is something that a lot of the people that hear on these channels, and I know this channel, would love to hear from you. What exactly you're doing with CivLib, and how they can get involved and continue to help out.
Is she good or what? That's impressive right there. Wow, almost like you've done this before.
That was the saddest night of my one of the saddest nights of my life. Walking that sidewalk the last time was Stormtrooper.
Yeah. Amen to that, brother.
Yeah.
Amen.
It was weird. So I wanted to get out there so bad. I was stuck up in Wisconsin, homeless at the time, having to live in a hotel room. But I got to go up and pick up Sandoval back from the same prison, bring his mom up there and get him, which was cool. So yeah, I'll tell you all what I'm up to now. Besides laying in Sherry's bed, we're at Safe Haven, Richmond here. So crazy story. I get out of prison. My fiance had left. 5 weeks into my prison sentence. My entire life is thrown into a storage unit. My truck is sitting in a different storage unit. Wouldn't start up. So Minnesota wouldn't let me back into the state. I had got out. I managed to get myself time served on January 3rd. And so I had 17 days to sit there and hope that I get a pardon. And there's no guarantee. I got no idea if it's going to happen because I'm one of the 81 worst of the worst violent offenders, which if you actually looked at my assaults, it's laughable. I mean, it's literally, I touched a shield with my bare hands. The guy slipped and fell. The rest of it was all phantom charges. So, but nonetheless, I'm like, well, crap, if Trump doesn't pardon, any of the violent ones, that I'm screwed. And I can't go back to Minnesota. If I don't have a permanent address within 30 days, they're going to violate me and send me back. So I had like 13 days to figure out housing, and nobody would give me a place to live. So like,
you ever contact old Tampon, see if he'd help you out?
Yeah. Well, here's the best part is I had Tampon Tim as my governor, and my rep was Elon Omar.
Oh my God.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my God.
I was, Who do you turn to? So now that I'm down here going to Congress all the time, I really want to go into Elon's office and have some conversations with their staffers. It could be fun, honestly.
Can I go with you?
Yeah, I was just saying, I definitely want to bring the video camera when we do it. It'll be a good time. Maybe your brother will be around. So I got Rosemary Westbury had put a call out that, hey, Brian needs a place to stay. So anybody she knew that could give me a spot. And then Larvita McFarquhar, someone I don't know, says, yeah, we'll get him a place to stay and we can get him to work.
Let them know. Larvita, you guys, Larvita, the one he's talking about, is the one who came to Freedom Corner with Victoria White. When she had come for her trial, Larvita was the friend that was with Victoria when she came to the vigil, if you guys can recall that.
I can't remember.
Well, so she had a claim to fame before this. She was one of 3 women who refused to shut down her restaurant in Minnesota when Tampon Tim shut everything down. So he sent OSHA and the Attorney General after her. When he closed the churches, she put out a message that said, that's okay, we'll have service right here at the restaurant. I ain't closed anyway. So he hated her. Actually, here about a month ago, they took 10 grand out of her account for old OSHA fines. Just as an added little FU to being her. I kind of feel like it might have had to do with a little something to do with me coming in on the scene. They're like, oh, no. We can't have her and this guy together. Like, we're public enemy number 1 and 1A in Minnesota. So I drive down there just really to say thank you for all the support. I had no idea really what she looked like. We talked on the phone. It took us about 30 hours to figure out that we were supposed to be together. And so 5 days later, she jumps in the truck with me and we are heading down to Texas because I just want to meet some supporters. I always had it on me that I wanted to meet as many that I could and say thank you in person for the letters and support. And so we get in the truck and we both sit there and we pray and we say, God, send us where we're supposed to be. That was a terrible decision. We've been back collectively for 5 days in Minnesota since then. So we're just heading down to Texas. We're going to meet Christy Munn, Marie Goodwin, and then go down to Jenny's tiny house ranch. And then we're going to go get a vehicle that she had down in Houston, turn around and come back. And that's what we told everyone. Well, shit. We end up on Gary Haven's ranch one night, having dinner. They made dinner for us. I got a billionaire cooking for me, puts us up in the guest house, and then has us out to breakfast. And he's telling us his life story, sits down and does an interview with us on her Facebook Live, and then turns over half the podcast he was doing to me and throws me some cash. And I went and helped. John was out there, probably a lot of people's least favorite Jan Sixer, but I'm going to help him out nonetheless. Dude's hurting. Took him out, got him some clothes and stuff at Walmart. Because of course, Gary's going to hand me some money. And what am I going to do? Go out and spend half of it on another Jan Sixer? Because all of us are stupid like that, right? What do you do? Hey, thanks for the help. Let me go help somebody else.
That's what you guys do.
I know. It's just at some point I'll learn and actually take the help myself. But so we help him out. We head down to Jenny's place, which is absolutely amazing. And then Larvita had started going through her contacts from way back when she blew up and became famous. She was all over Fox, and they made a whole campaign around her with the Republican Party in Minnesota. I don't think she realized what was happening at the time, that they were really using her as this poster child for this. And she had said she never monetized it the way she could have, and she just wasn't about that. But she still had these contacts. And she goes, well, we'll call Pete. And maybe we'll call Bobby. And I'm like, okay, Pete who? Pete Hegseth. It's like, really? She's like, yeah. Well, and she goes, oh, here's a video from January 6th. And she's just walking down the street, and Pete Hegseth walks up. She goes, oh, Larvita, gives her a big hug. Do you want to do an interview? Because it's obviously Fox days. Do you want to do an interview? She's like, no, I'm not here for that. I'm just here for the rally. I'm like, who is this chick? Are you kidding me? And she's like, yeah, Pete. And I'm like, okay. Well, he's kind of busy with this whole dealing with the Senate confirmation thing. So maybe we could let him chill for a minute. She's like, okay, well, I can call Bobby. I was like, okay, well, who's Bobby? Oh, well, Bobby Kennedy. He might be busy too, hun, with a little something going on. She's like, oh, well, he helped me with my case, so no, he'll answer me. And she goes, okay, well, they're busy. And so, yeah, she's texted Bobby a few times because, of course, now it's Bobby. And then she goes, well, I'll call Sheriff Mack. I'm like, you know Sheriff Mack? And she's like, oh, yeah, he flew out and he saved me. I was like, what? He flew out and saved you? It's like, oh, yeah, when my sheriff was supposed to arrest me, they were going to send him down. And I was all freaking out the one night. I just called him at like 10 at night because God told me to. And then he flew out and saved me. I was like, what? She's like, oh, yeah, well, I was just broken down and I prayed. And God was like, you need to call Sheriff Mack. It was, did you know Sheriff Mack? No, but that's who he told me to call. And so apparently Sheriff Mack just absolutely loves Larvita, of course. And he came out and saved her one time. So we started this process, and I've been on Sheriff Mack's show, and we've done that. And we just started going through a list of people, and we get this prayer call. There's a prayer call in D.C., and they said, come out for the prayer call. Be a bunch of congressmen and whatnot there, because I had it on my heart to go out and help the guys that were in prison, because I found out that through FSA, they weren't actually applying the FSA, which was our whole deal that we had yesterday at the Capitol. And I was going to go ahead and help get them free. So that was my effort. I just wanted to get somebody in Congress and hopefully get something to the president that could help get these guys out of prison. And so, and then get a real investigation of Jan 6. That's always been one of my mandates. So I had no idea how the hell I was going to pull it off, but we told God to send us where we're supposed to be. And me and Larvita are the ones that are like crazy enough to believe that actually happens. And so we drive across the country in the middle of the night. We have no good clothes. I still don't know how we managed to pull it off in time, but we stopped and we got them. We didn't have any money. We somehow got decent enough clothes to go to this event at the Museum of the Bible. And we didn't have money for tickets. We still don't know to this day how the hell we managed, because they're sold out. But someone called us at one point and they go, it was the day before. And they just go, well, 2 tickets just became available. We got to go on and get them now. And so we went on and got them. And I don't think we ever paid for them either. I don't know how that happened.
God provided them.
Yeah. And so we're in there and we start talking to people, and Michelle Bachmann was up there. I'm like, okay, she could get us somewhere. We tried to talk to her. It doesn't happen. And we go through this whole series of meeting people, and someone leads me back to Josh Macias. And I talked with Josh before, years before that. And I kind of knew who he was and what he was about, but we had lost contact. And Josh was the founder of Veterans for Trump. And I knew he had places down here, like Virginia Beach area, where he was trying to help Jan 6ers. And I had a young guy with me who was in prison, Sandoval. And I decided I was going to come back for CPAC. And I wanted to get Sly kind of away from his family and help. I knew he was struggling. I wanted to get him around some other people. And so we came back for CPAC. Nobody really knew who we were. And we rolled into CPAC, and we had our new puppy that I picked up in Texas. So we got the cute little puppy, and we wanted to kind of smuggle her in. So we got a BS vest for her and made her a service dog in training, and we take her into CPAC. And so she was the star of CPAC. Everybody wanted to see the puppy. So she's got pictures with everybody. Like, she was spooning with Laura Logan, and Maureen Bannon had her up there in the after party. So we had a good time. So I go and get with Steve Bannon, because I knew he was complaining about FSA when he got out. So I'm like, if I can get to Steve, maybe we can get this to the president. So I tell Steve about my hearing on the 3rd and how I got out, and how the DOJ admitted that they knew there were thousands of people being illegally held. He's like, oh man, I need to get that transcript. I said, yeah, you definitely do. And before we had left, before CPAC, we'd gotten in and just knocked on doors in Congress. And we had finally gotten up to where we figured out that we needed to talk to oversight. And so we had set up appointments to actually go in and get with oversight there. And I managed to run into Jim Comer at CPAC, and I talked to him about this. And I told him, hey, there's guys being illegally held. Here's this whole issue. And he says, that's important. Yes. And so then I also know that I need to get over and talk to Loudermilk. And I said, well, can you help me up with Loudermilk? And he does that. So I get to go in and talk to their office. So I managed somehow to get in and talk to the right people that would get me both the FSA looked at by Congress and Loudermilk for the investigation. And I still to this day don't know how the hell we pulled it off. But while we come back into CPAC one afternoon after the rally, the Proud Boys press conference. We come back in and Stuart Rhodes is there with McCloskey, and he goes, hey, we're going to go down and see Steve. You want to come with us? I was like, yeah, what the heck, I'll go down there and see it. And we had already been on TV a few times, but nothing big. And we get down there, and Steve puts me on with them, and everybody's kind of looking at it. It was all worked up because Stuart's there. It's like, oh, Stuart Rhodes. And they're like, who the hell is this guy with them? And so I get up there first on stage, and Mark's like, well, let's put Stuart next to me, and then Mark and Brian, you could be down here at the end. I'm like, nobody wants to see me anyway. I'll get like one question, and cool, I get to stand up here. So he throws me a question, and I answer it, and Steve starts getting into it because I started talking about getting tortured in the gulag. And now he's in it, and he gives me another one and another one. I start talking, and I went on for a good eight minutes of the 15.
Wow.
And I've got women crying in the audience, and everybody on there is like, dude, Stuart and Mark were on there. Like, they're high profile. And you totally, like, you stole the show. And I was like, oh, well, cool. And so people started coming up to me, and they're literally handing us $100 bills. We're talking about how we were wiped out, and we're here on like fumes. And so my Gifts and Go raised a ton of money right then, enough that we could stick around. Well, people started coming up to us after that, and they're asking for pictures and autographs. And the people that we were there to see are like leaving their people to come over and talk to us. And we're like, oh, okay. Well, we just kind of got famous in here, didn't we? And so then we're talking about Larvita's story, and people are picking up on that. And somehow, between that and the puppy, we went from like pretty well unknown to
one of the best couples at
the power
CPAC.
couples. Yeah, it was crazy. And so we're sitting around going, every other Jan 6er there is like, how the hell did y'all pull that off? We have absolutely no clue how we pulled this off.
They really did just happen to talk to just the right people and at the right time with the right subject matter that was important to them. And those people could see that. And it just kept opening more and more doors.
Yeah. And we ran into the couple that was represented a super PAC. And they're like, we want you to run for Senate and you for Congress. I'm like, you want us both to run? Like, cool. How much money you got? At this point, I do a lot of shady stuff for some cash. So if you just want us to run for Congress and Senate, that might be the shadiest thing you can come up with. Let's go.
I know, right?
But yeah, so we leave.
We all know how shady they are, don't we, guys?
Right. So we leave, and I call Josh because I thought maybe we could find a place for Salvador. Never thinking it would be anything for us. And we come down and we talk. And the next thing I know, he's talking about a spot to stay because I still have to come up and talk to Loudermilk. And he talks about the spot in Virginia. And so we come over to Richmond, and we have this 30-acre 3-building complex, like 1,000 beds in it. And Larvita and I are the first ones in, and it's this old assisted living place, and it's empty. And we come into these rooms, and there's nothing in it but a bed and some sheets that are sitting on top. And there's only 2 of the rooms that are doors that are open on the entire floor. And we're looking at each other, and we're like, this is the start of a horror movie, isn't it? Like, if I survive prison and I'm coming to some weird damn horror movie and I wake up and I'm tied to anything, I swear to all that is holy, someone's going to have to answer for this. And so it goes all right. There's donations here Josh's whole thing is setting up this complex to help veterans, homeless veterans, and other Jan Sixers. And so he's got his On Your Six Foundation. And I start talking to him about the fact that I want an investigation in Jan 6 and prison reform. And he says, I can get behind both of that. He says, you can create your own 501c3. And I looked into it. It was going to take me 6 months minimum, probably closer to a year if I ever got it. And he already had it set up. So he agreed. We just set up a division of civil liberties, and that would be the mandate. And I would help get this thing all set up and manage it. And then I would go about doing what I was doing, driving 2 hours up to DC and go to Congress and make my attempts to get into the White House. And I brought in Adam Villarreal, the guy who successfully evaded the FBI for 4 years. And he came in as co-chair. And we slowly but surely started putting this thing together. And one of the big first things we wanted to do was have this press conference that we had yesterday, because I wanted to make a plea to the president to let him know that there were guys being illegally held in prison. The BOP was corrupt and had conspired with the DOJ to keep these men locked up for months and years longer than they should, that it was all a money grab, and that we needed to fix it and stick Doge on them. And so we raised enough money to be able to do just that. Just before that, this week, why am I blanking on his name?
Joe Thomas?
No, the guy, the immigration issue. Oh my gosh, Rosa.
What the heck was his name? It's late, you guys.
Alil Rosa. Sorry, gosh. So Alil, we got a call on Sunday that Alil is the only non-citizen Jan Sixer. The guy's amazing. He was a constitutional scholar. He's a professor and a pastor, and he was here on asylum. They tried to kill him in Brazil because he was a whistleblower, and he had done everything right in life. Him and his wife and kids were here on asylum. His kid got his green card, but he showed up at Jan 6, so they denied his green card because he wasn't contrite enough in all his admissions. And even though the judge praised him, I read the transcript. No judge ever said this stuff about any Jan 6, and he's the greatest guy ever. Literally a poster boy for what you want in an immigrant. And so they denied it, and they took away his wife's asylum, which you just don't do. You have asylum, you always have asylum. And so they're doing this to screw with him. So he's coming up here in kind of a last ditch effort to get some congressional attention and potentially the president. And I'm like, oh my God, well, Thursday we have our dang press conference set up. I got a million things to do to prep for this. I'm like, now I have this guy that shows up, and I got Jenny going, well, can you help him out? And I'm like, yes, I can. Of course I can, because let's do this now. So, all right, let's go, Alil. I said, why do you have to be so nice too? So he's the nicest guy you'll ever meet. I'm like, this makes it worse. Nice. So we take him through, and as much struggle as we had trying to get through to Congressman, he shows up, and God's just opening up doors. The first one we walk in, we're like, oh yeah, Chief of Staff will see you. I'm like, Chief of Staff, do you know how many doors I had to knock on to get to a Chief of Staff? And Alil shows up, and we're like, okay, first one. And I'm like, it was my rep from Wisconsin. So we get in and talk to him, and he's blown away. And he's like, well, of course we'll help, but here's the process you need to go through. Next one we go to, oh yeah, Chief of Staff will see you. Walk in, Chief of Staff. No way the third one does. Third one does, Chief of Staff. Fourth one, Chief of Staff. We're like, I'm looking around going, what the hell, Alil? It's really not that easy. So he goes, well, we had another congressional appointment for myself, and he needed to go see, he's like, I'm going to go over to see the senator. I'm like, you think it'd be fine by yourself? Yep. Cruz, he goes, oh, well, I kind of saw what you guys do, and I think I got it. It's all right, buddy. Best of luck. Goes over to the senator's office, talks to the Chief of Staff of the senator. I'm like, damn it, Alil. We're supposed to look like we really are putting forth some effort here, and you're 4 for 4. We go back to the next one. Bam, talk to another chief of staff. He goes, well, what about this one? I go, well, lead the way, Leo. Let's go in here. So we talked to him. Now, I did put forth some effort, did talk for him and help him through the process, but we were like 6 for 6 on getting a hold of chiefs of staff, walking in blind on a Monday after they had the week off. And this just doesn't happen.
No.
And so we sent him off into the wild the next day, and he's crushing it, meeting people. And then he's heading, and then he shows up at the rally or our event on Thursday. We made a call to the president to take on his case. And what does he send us today? He goes to the airport. He goes, look who I ran into. And it's a picture of him and Ted Cruz.
Oh my
at the airport. And I'm like, Leo, it's not supposed to be this easy, man. Like, you're making us really look bad when we got to struggle. So anytime we're out there trying to just grind out one person to listen to us, like, we just need a Leo with us, and we'll make it. But it was fun to be able to take him through and actually see some reaction, and hopefully this gets him his green card, because he deserves it. But that's the kind of cool stuff that shows up, that just drops in our lap, and it lets us know we're on the right path and we're doing the right thing. And it hit us at a time that we needed a win. And then yesterday went off without a hitch. It went great. And we made our call out to the president. Hopefully it goes somewhere. We do know that the administration knows. It did get to them. We got some word back through some people that we had been waiting for the actual investigation to start with the congressional committee, and that was being held up by Johnson, which I got to call him out yesterday. And we got the word today, basically go ahead and proceed with the investigation, which we are already doing, and we're going to do it unofficially. Next week we'll present the administration with our findings, enough that hopefully moves the needle quite a bit. We'll still keep Congress in the loop on what we have, because honestly, I want them to know exactly what we have, because we have some serious dirt on these assholes, in a big
It's
way.
all gonna come out, you guys.
Yep. So whether they do it with us or not, we're in the process. We've officially run way past what we've taken in donations. So luckily I had a hefty credit card there, which we're working on filling up rather rapidly here right now. But at some point we'll end up getting some big fund, I don't know, some donor, Daddy Warbucks will come along and drop it in our lap,
Right.
and it'll do what it's supposed to. But yeah, I'm fully anticipating that it's all going to come through and get where it needs to be, and it's going to be really, really cool here when we see this happen, and we'll finally get our restitution. I can see it already, but bigger than that is we'll finally get our names cleared. The truth about Jan 6 will come out, and we will make sure to remember those who stood with us through all this, and we appreciate it in a real big way. So that's my long-winded story about what we're up to.
Well, I thought I
I'm just
might
so
give you
glad
guys
that you-
another little treat tonight.
I'm just glad that you spoke up about Johnson. I've always had a feeling about him. I just don't trust him. A lot of us don't.
Hang on
Yeah.
1 second, Tina. My mic's not working.
I ain't touching it this time.
I know.
No,
Audio.
that's just your
It
mic.
could be on my side. I've been having problems.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
That's the mic one. Here, go back here.
No touching buttons.
Hey, no.
You got us cut off the first time.
I push buttons pretty good. I don't know what you're talking about. Ask any
Oh,
woman
I've
in my
seen.
life. right there. That does it.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed hearing Brian's story tonight. I'm glad I could bring you a second night of J6ers. And I didn't mean to come in and take over, but I thought you guys would enjoy that.
We did.
Right on.
Oh, we
Good.
did.
Well, I want to come in a little more often, hear your guys' stories, because believe it or not, I do get tired of telling myself.
Are you sure you want to hear our story?
Oh, you better believe it. I'm tired of like
We're
Jan 6
not.
stories. I want to hear some semi-normal ones.
Oh, we are furthest from normal that you could imagine, right, Tina?
Oh, Lord.
That's fair. That's
If he's
fair.
looking for normal, he's in the wrong spot.
Well, I might have a different barometer.
Straight jackets are to the left, and the medication is to the right. Just leave my crayons alone.
It's fair.
We're a family
Fair.
in here.
I feel like I'll fit right in with this group.
Yes.
Well, anybody got anything else?
I just want to say I'm glad that you spoke up like you did the other day about Mike Johnson. A bunch of us has always had an unsettled feeling about him, but
Yeah.
we've been lied to and so much. We just started watching with our eyes, and we can tell something ain't right about that situation.
Yeah. I'll give you my inside take on Johnson is I don't think he's dirty. I don't think he's compromised. I think he's just a kind of nothing, empty suit there. He doesn't raise any money for him. Doesn't have any real power except what they've given him as speaker. And so at the end of the day, he's just that, an empty suit. They'll use him as needed. He's never really going to buck the system. And they knew that going in, and he may be compromised in some way. I don't know, but there's others that I know for a fact are compromised, ones that we think should be for us and speak like they're for us. But yeah, and I think they would be for us. That's the tough thing is I think there's the ones that are for us, and I'm not gonna call them out here.
Yeah.
But at some point I will. But I also, that gives me a little dirt on him too. So I might be able to leverage that at some point to get what we want. Unfortunately, that's a lot of times the way the game has to be played. So I know some things about some people that are powerful that they don't want us to know.
Right.
That's the interesting thing with Jan 6. We start learning some things about folks. And now that we're in a position to use that, I think we should use it for some good.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and by the way, you guys, yes, you see Brian all relaxed here, and he did say he's on my bed, but I'm going to show you the room only because we have no furniture
Yeah.
in the room.
Nope.
Over here.
Hey, hon.
And Larvita's here. I just want you guys to know we were sitting in here having a talk. And Larvita, would you say hello to everyone? This is our supporters in chat. This is Larvita, everyone.
What is the whole story?
I told us the whole story about it.
Aren't they beautiful, you guys?
Well,
You're part of the family now.
It's
No.
hard to share, but
So yeah, and this is our adorable puppy, who's
Yeah.
a super brat right now.
and here's Whitney and Honey.
Oh, there's Honey.
There's Honey. There's Whitney. Look at her. Look at her. I think it's yours. All right, everybody, say goodnight to Brian Mock and
All right,
Larvita.
guys. Appreciate y'all.
Good night. Thank y'all.
Good night. We'll come see you again.
Come back anytime.
Take care.
All right, you guys. Thank you. And hang on one second, you guys.
Okay. Ricky must be having problems. Welcome back, Teacup.
So, did you guys enjoy that?
Oh, yes, we
Yes,
loved
it
it.
was awesome.
Oh, I'm so
Thank you.
glad.
You're
Well,
the,
I
you're the
am
greatest.
going to be probably heading home in the morning, and I wanted to give you guys another opportunity to hear from a J6er straight up. Not
Thank
through
you
an
very much.
interview, not through a phone, not on a microphone, but face to face. You guys deserve that.
Thank you very much, Sherry. We
You're very
appreciated
welcome.
it.
You're very welcome. Well, I will.
Storm says he misses Honey Bun in chat. I don't know if you're able to read chat or not, but Storm
I
says he
am
misses
not
Honey
able to read it. Oh, Storm, I gotta tell you, brother, she was so lost when you left. She just went back and forth, up and down the room. She just kept, where's he at? Where's he at? Just running the room. We'd go outside and she'd be looking for you and whining for you. She was lost without you. She really was. She missed you bunches, and so do I.
Thank you, Sapphire.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Peace, babe.
Right on, brother.
Everybody in chat saying thank you. Kim, Storm, Darlene, Faith, Faith and Country,
Well,
Darlene,
thank you.
everybody.
You guys are awesome.
Gator Girl, Teacup. Well, she's up
Yeah.
here. Everybody get by. Party Bonza, everybody.
Well,
You take
thank
her
you
pillow,
all.
Storm.
Safe
And
travels.
I am so happy that I was able to do this for you guys. And I know it was unexpected, even for Tina tonight.
Yeah, I was
No,
like,
no.
I muted my mic and I called Kim because I knew, I said, because I knew my text, I
Hey,
had you on
Sherry.
text and I said, Kim, there's a brown mock waiting in the waiting room. I call it the waiting room. I said,
Yes.
he's got his camera on. I said, he looks exactly like the one that was on Sherry's stream. I said, I haven't never seen him. I said, what do I do? And she said, get ready to boot him. I said, Sherry, darn you. Give a girl a heads up.
You are so funny. Well,
And
then when you didn't come back, when you left him backstage, I'm like, I better text her because I'm not sure if she's gonna let you up there.
No, we've been getting hit by trolls, you know. So I was like,
yeah,
I don't know for sure.
we've been
I
chasing them
get
around.
that.
It's a
You know
beautiful
how them
thing,
trolls
Sherry.
are.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome, doll.
It's a beautiful
Like
thing,
I said,
man.
I am so grateful that I could bring this to you guys because I do know how much it will mean to you. And
Yeah.
I was sitting here talking to Brian about the way Joe came on last night and how grateful you guys were and
Oh man,
how you all deserve that.
thank
And
you.
he's like, "Well, you let me know next time they're on." I said, "Oh no, they're on right now." And
Hey
he's like,
Sherry,
"Yeah."
if
He
you ever
said,
get lost in Austin, call me. I'll tell you how to get out of there.
and I said, I just told him, I said, "No, she's on right now." He's like, "Okay, go up, go ahead and pull panel up. I'll go on."
Yeah, right
Well,
on.
tell him next time God, she went to bed early tonight, but tell him next time I'll let you give me a heads up that he's coming, so I
I
can
will
have
next time.
I told Tina I got seatbelts on my rocking chair now. Next time you guys surprise us.
Well, this was a surprise to me. I was like, what the world? Kim, there's a brand mock in the waiting room. What do I do? She says, I said, then I
You got
looked at your
rocking
text
chairs
and
storing
you
pizza.
said that he was waiting to come up. I said, well, Sherry just texted me and said that that was the real Brian Mock. And she says, well, just be ready just in case, you know. And I said, okay, I got this. I'm ready.
Oh, that
We
is
love
so
your
funny.
surprises.
That's so funny.
But you be safe when you travel. Don't
I
worry about
certainly will. I may go live for a little bit while I'm traveling tomorrow if you
There you
guys
go.
want to join me. I don't have a specific time. So come on and drive along. It's going to be a long drive. Um, it's 7+ hours. I won't nearly stream that long, but that's about how long a drive it is.
Oh, I'll make sure my notifications are working.
All right. Well, thank you.
I
Well,
sure
thank
will.
you
but
for your
YouTube, you
surprises.
know how YouTube is with notifications.
Yeah, the notifications are a trip.
Yeah,
You gotta go back and redo them all the time, or you'll miss a bunch of stuff.
exactly.
But give Honey Bun a hug from us. It's been a long time
I
since we've seen
will.
her too.
Good to see you, Faith.
There
Hey,
she
Honey
is.
Bun. Hey, sweetie. She's
She keeps
saying
moving her face away.
every time I eat a honey bun, I think about
Right on.
honey bun. I miss seeing her. I miss Sherry talking about honey bun.
There she is.
Oh, she's a cutie pie.
I'll tell you what, you guys, I was so blessed to find this pup. Her and I have we've been together, I don't think quite 6 months yet, but her and I have just gotten such a bond. She's such a loving little thing. And I just love her more and more every day. She's a really good pup and smart as a whip. Just smart as a whip.
Yeah.
How fast bonds get made that fast, and y'all already just like
Next dog I get, I'm gonna
y'all.
call it Alpha Papa.
Alpha Papa.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
We enjoyed your
I
surprises,
do thank
Sherry.
you.
I'm so glad, Teacup. I'm so glad.
You go with a few here lately. I'm like, oh my lord. Now I got to explain this one to Sky. I got out of
Don't have
trouble
to
last
explain
night.
it to her. Tell her
I
we
got out of
hope there's
trouble
going to be
last
more.
night. Thanks to Joe, I got out of trouble last night, but tonight, I don't know if I'll be able to get out of this one.
Uh-oh.
But I'll tell her that he said that he would stop by.
Yeah,
Let me know if he does.
I
Faith, that
definitely
was last
will.
night.
That was cool, Kim.
And last night was just so amazing. She went to bed with a smile on her face. I wish I could have took a picture of it.
Oh, you
I
should
was
have.
her to go to sleep. She was just so happy.
BRB, LOL.
LOL. Well, hey, you guys, I think I am going to hop off. As most of you know, this is a really, really late night for me. I'm never up
Yep.
this late. And
I'm
I got a
usually out.
long drive tomorrow. So,
All right. Well, you be safe, and we'll be praying for you. Safe travels and everything. And thank you so very much for
it was my absolute pleasure, Tina. I love you, darling. And you guys be blessed.
You too.
Thank you.
Good night. Sweet dreams.
Good night.
Thank you as well, honey. Good night, all.
Good night.
Good night. Whew, another night. I don't know if my heart can take such. I'm gonna have complications.
Two surprises in 1 week.
I know Sherry's giving my heart a workout. But whew,
Oh, there was a yawn from Tina.
I was like, whoo, thinking about all that they went through.
Exactly.
I know, darling, Sky's gonna get me, but I'll let her. I'll let her watch it, and then I'll tell her that Sherry said that, and he said that he'll come back. He'll stop in. So maybe.
Oh, that would be
maybe.
awesome, Cam.
You know I would. I told you. What did I tell you the other night? And am I passing along my sometimers to you?
All righty then.
Anytime any of them want to, they're welcome.
This has been a great 2 nights, man.
It's still the same.
I hope you guys stop by more often.
I kind of believe they will.
It's been great. Are they still here?
No,
No.
Sherry had to go to bed.
Oh, okay.
She's leaving early in the
Good.
morning to head home.
That's cool. I know they're busy. Take care if you're still there.
But it's past their bedtime, so I'm going to say good night and think of
All right,
something
man.
to tell Sky in the morning.
Oh, another
Before she
surprise for
finds
her.
this out, because I know she will. because I know I've got 2 lurkers that will mention it, and they better not until I tell her, y'all know who y'all are.
Huh? I'm still.
I'm talking to my nephew and a friend of mine that lurks in the chat. I'm telling them not to say nothing to Scott until I talk to her.
Oh, that's wonderful, Kim. We'll be waiting.
Yes, Kim, please. That'll be wonderful. Just
Oh
give
yeah.
me a heads up, if you will. Don't get me in trouble like Sherry does. Just give me a little advance
Yeah,
notice.
especially without me, huh? Oh, damn it.
Well, I'm going to let everybody go. Kim and Darlene and Deb and everyone else that's in here, PB, if you're still here, Faith and Country, you all have a blessed night. Stay well, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Good night, everyone. Be
Love you,
safe.
Tina.
And Tina.
Kim,
Love y'all.
Debbie, Darlene, all you y'all. Have a safe one.
Yep, love all y'all in chat. Y'all be safe, and thank y'all for being here. Good
Love,
night,
hugs, and prayers.
Thank you for bringing us here, Tina.
Shoot.
Dave, you have a good one, bro.
We're
Love,
all
hugs, and
family.
prayers to all.
Right on,
Good
right
night.
on, right on.
Good night, everyone. Be safe,
Yes,
and I will
smile.
see y'all. Not tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Skater Girl game night.
Tschüss, macht's
Sunday.
good. Spader, Gator, Spader. Here we go.
We'll meet back here on Sunday night.
What are they? All right.
Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you.